Hey, podcast starting. Let's go. Okay, so Hisouten podcast 18. It's February 2018, and it's New Year, new everything. We're trying our best. So, guys, say hi, please.
10 out of 10.
You weren't ready. You weren't ready for this. But now you are. Let's go.
Hello. At least he said
Hello.
please.
Please. God, just end it already.
I said,
Restart.
It's going great.
okay,
Alright,
it's
guys.
it's
See you for the next podcast, episode 19. We'll be talking about Gachimuchi.
The best Soku character.
Alright, let's go in order. It goes to Tom.
Wait,
Intro.
It's Tom, give your intro, damn it.
What intro?
Just say your name! Like a Pokemon.
holy shit.
Zadong.
As the Dong, he plays Ogu.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I am the participant number 3. My name is Irish, aka Byrish, aka Gayrish. I play Yu Go.
Do you even play anymore, my man?
I don't play anything. I'm in Kassen.
I'm 5C. You might know me as 236B, 623C. I play Patchouli. It's pretty good.
Hey, it's me, the guy who doesn't play this game anymore. Stop joining my fucking tournaments.
Hi, I'm Nyttyn. That's all you really need to know. You should know.
Yeah, no, I prefer legs.
What?
You asked me tits or ass. The answer's legs.
What?
I think. Okay, give me a second.
Okay,
I think we're done.
Hi, Gary. I'm Simpson, man.
Okay.
I think our podcast skills have gotten a little rusty over this one.
Podcast machine broke.
We didn't do anything for
Understandable.
almost 2 months.
Alright,
Okay,
boys.
let's keep this train going.
So welcome to the Hisouten podcast number 18. We will be your host tonight. How are you guys in chat doing?
Oh man, I love ASMR. Can we have
Tonight,
an ASMR
we've got an
podcast?
interesting lineup of events to be talking about. So listen closely, viewers.
My body.
Jesus Christ.
My sides. Genki. Get
Sorry,
Genki.
okay.
Alright, why don't you start us off, tell us a little bit about what happened over the end of December, January, where are we at?
Right. Okay, so I screwed up. We are actually almost at the end of February, but we were kind of, resting a bit. We did, I think, 6 months of podcast last year, right? And
who's counting?
I'm counting. And that's a lot. We needed at least a 1 month of rest to, get back into motion with more energy. But we got rusty. I think we got a bit rusty on all of this. So now we are restarting everything, and hopefully we can do 1 entire year. That's a lot. Can we actually do like 11 months, something of tournaments and podcasts?
I don't know. It's your podcast. Do whatever you want.
I don't think it works like that,
Nah, we should just kill ourselves. That's fine.
I think we'll make it.
Just shut it down.
I'm sure we can do it. Anyway, so this podcast will be mostly about a bunch of recaps because we missed 1 month and a lot of stuff happened. So what do we want to talk about first? The server stuff or the tournaments? What do we do?
Well, why don't you start off with the thing that ties all of those events together, your new community calendar that you work so hard on?
Oh wow, it's 5 minutes. Yeah, sure. So I figured that we needed a calendar because people every time ask me when a tournament is going to happen, when you can just go to the challenge page or to the announcement page and check the hour and the day and everything. So I decided to make a calendar so you can simply write up a command and get the calendar that tells you the day, the hour, and pretty good. And people are actually using it. Seems to be pretty useful. I didn't expect that.
I mean, you just do an ! community calendar and you can see all of the tournaments and community events going on this month. And yeah, it is pretty terrible when you're a tourney organizer and everybody's like, hey, what time's a tourney? Just look in the announcements page. But now you don't have to. You can use a command. You have to do even less work.
Yeah. We'll use the command, even though we know none of you will.
Alright, pros, yes, it helps us, it reminds us of our schedule, it helps everybody to keep up to date on the schedule, but the cons, it's using the EU week format.
Alright.
I can't live with this, it's not good for me.
I mean, I don't get you people from the other side of the world, why do you have Sunday as the...
Dude,
I don't get it.
Sunday comes first.
I disagree with that.
Okay, how can it be the weekend if it's at the beginning of the calendar?
Yes! See, Aish gets it.
Really makes you not think at all.
Well, anyway, it's not important, but every month has a different girl from Toho. Mostly, actually, Hisouten Soku. I think next month I will use Sana. Makes sense to me, being a main protagonist and all.
You only have room for one Sanai, though.
Who is it?
No, I mean her tits are too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to take up the entire calendar.
I love the awkward silences.
So let's see. So yeah, we have nyttyn here today and Willy. They are pretty new overall to the scene, and it's actually probably interesting to ask them what they think about everything from the organization to the server to pretty much anything, really.
Can I leave yet?
No, you're here for
5 minutes! At least give us 5 minutes, man. At least 5.
Hey, you're the talker, I break your legs.
I'm fine with that. That means I get to stay home and eat more.
God damn it, give me your fucking opinion.
For as long as I've been here, the Hisouten community's been pretty friendly. But,
Are you
that's
just
mostly
saying
because
that I'll break your legs if you don't?
That's mostly because I shitpost all day and don't actually play the game.
Why'd you decide to pick up organizing beginner beatdown anyway?
Because you stopped doing it.
The facts! The facts!
3
Those
hours.
are the facts. Fuck that tournament. But why are you doing it?
Because no one else would.
He's the only one insane enough to do it.
I tried. It's
I mean, I do nothing with my life anyway, so I might as well do something for someone.
God bless.
That's admirable.
Ooh,
Thank you.
man.
What a powerful reason.
I mean,
I'm inspired.
I'm sorry too.
I can follow that. Pretty good.
So, Nyttyn, I don't know actually
Hi.
how long you've been here. You just sort of became a mod out of nowhere. Why don't you tell us about your Hisouten experience? Like when you joined, what character? Please tell me what character you play.
That's a backhanded compliment.
Well, it started out like I saw on Reddit. There was like a post by I think it was the Tom. It was like, "Yo, join our Soku tournament." And I'm like, "Wow, people like Soku." So I joined
I'm
the
so
Discord.
sorry.
I know. And anyways, I joined the Discord. And before this, I've only been playing with like 1 or 2 people, and I played Oku. And he's like, "What do you play?" I'm like, "I play Oku." And then a week later, I played like 5 more people. I was in the server for another few months. Had to quit for about a month because real life. Came back in. And then I've been a constant lurking presence ever since. Who has... Well, I'm a Tenchi main now. That's all you need to know. The rest of stuff you don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about.
He was a Sanae main like 2 hours ago.
And he was a Yuyuko main for beginner V-Town.
Yeah, and I got top 8, but then I realized I'm not actually a good Yuyuko, so it's fine.
But
I do
you
believe-
actually
I
going
do-
to play? God damn it!
I'm sorry. I do believe we have a pin where Nyttyn states, "I ain't changing no more." I'm just saying that if you change your character now, you're dead, kid.
Who cares? He's done that a million times.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm not going to change him.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fine. You can trust me. You can trust me.
He's not
He
gonna
says
change
as he
mains.
removes his Tenchi tag.
He's not gonna change mains. He's just gonna add more mains onto the characters he already plays.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
Oh,
I
yes,
think,
and I should probably note real quick, you mentioned them a mod out of nowhere, and people don't really know that. They had applications. I'm like, I've been a moderator before. I've moderated Smogon, I've moderated other stuff. Why not apply? Because I like the server. And then somehow I got accepted, and now I'm just helping out all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can be a good mod. It's just, it really came out of nowhere when you did become one because, well, no one really knew who you were at the time.
Literally who?
Yeah, literally who?
Well, now you know.
Now we know.
With that said, I think we can actually hop right into the recent events. I do want to start off with tourneys because there is a lot of tourneys to cover. But we're only going to talk about a couple, and we're going to skim over some of the smaller tournaments that didn't really have many prizes to them or any real big events. So, probably start off with Circus at 105.
Are we going back to the events later or something? Okay. So I think we can start with
So it's at
with
105.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that the most important tourney of Hisouten, if you ask me. The Sokusatu days are probably the top of the cream of
The longest
Okay.
running series.
also that. So let's see, challenge 1-5.
I mean, the thing that really impressed me about Sokusat 105 wasn't just that Agalandra won, because Agalandra is amazing. Everybody knows he's amazing. But Dabong got second, and, he didn't get second fighting against any jobbers or anything. He beat Nanyako, he beat Zero Fuse, he beat Rimox, and those are some really impressive wins.
Hey, Irish, I'm
damn.
gonna stop you right there. Nyanyako is a fucking jobber.
You only say that because he didn't play Ramelia for one game in the tournament Europe
Suika
period.
with the default deck. He's a jobber.
Yeah, well, you're a triple jobber.
There.
I see here that the bomb lost in winner side to Remox. Ooh, damn.
I mean,
then
he
he
did,
beat him.
but he came back.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh. He was probably angry about that. He doesn't seem to like Remox that much.
I mean, they are eternal Iku rivals. They come from two different schools of Iku.
Mhm.
Dabong comes from the no respect, and Rimox comes from the over respect.
These days, though, he plays a lot different.
I don't know, man. They both fucking smash J2A like monkeys. What's the difference?
Ah, come on.
How much you block when you're in pressure?
All look same.
All look same. But yeah, I don't know. Show the bomb some fucking respect. He's a good player now, apparently.
He got good. Definitely good.
Got good real quick.
I believe you. I totally do.
You should.
So we also add Dream Chaser. We're going to talk about the various Dream Chasers that happened. I don't know. I mean,
There were a lot of Dream Chasers that happened.
2 or 3, depend on your idea of Dream Chaser. Considering one of them was Gaiden. Goddamn. So there was also on Christmas Dream Chaser. Let's see if I can get to it.
Yeah, number 16. It was meant for Christmas. There was a couple of prizes involved for it. See if I can remember the details, but it was like first, second, and third place ended up getting prizes all together. I don't remember the prizes for Coco or...
They were games.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were games. But like,
none of them very good.
I don't know.
I remember there was a controversy because you announced it really late.
Well, that's because we weren't really sure on the prizes that were planned for the tournament. So, like, Genki had like a vote on what kind of games that would be a prize for this tournament.
Yeah.
But I think he just switched to like letting everybody choose what they wanted out of the list anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
it was
like
bad.
one went with some beat 'em up game.
I mean, it makes more sense to have a list of games that you can choose from than just, you know, having to get a game just because.
And on the topic of prizes, like, I don't think they should really happen that often, because you don't want to, like, overhype something like, oh, we got prizes every single tournament, because, I mean, we can't really afford that for one, and it kind of, like, drowns out, like, having a reason to join other tournaments. So, like, if we had, a prize for every Dream Chaser, like, I don't know, Circus Set, like, wouldn't get that much attention to something, and, like, I don't want to do that.
Beyond that, a bigger issue is that if we have prizes constantly, that's just going to encourage smurfing.
Yeah, yeah, lots of Smurfs. Like, I think Lily wanted to Smurf at one point.
The thing is, we already technically do have a prize for Dream Chasers in the sense that we gave the winner an emote slot. I don't know, I'm a little bit against that. They're not that good, they're just Dream Chasers levels. Why are they getting emotes?
Because of that fucking frog controversy, you know why we did.
Like, we had to deal with that frog for like a month, if not more, because we have...
posters.
I don't know, man. This was a mistake.
No, we had to do it because otherwise we'd have to deal with fucking ES begging for what was
Amigo?
it? Yeah, Amigo back. That's why we did it. And now we're stuck with it. Live with your sins.
I think it's fine to give, you know, a prize, at least something small like an emote. It's nice.
Fucking Splinter, you think I can't win Dream Chasers as rusty as I am? It's like there's competition in there or something that you expect to stop me.
Money match him.
Money match.
Money match.
Money match.
My fireoki.
Poor Splinter getting destroyed by the podcast team. So anyway, we also had the end of the year tournament, probably the most anticipated tourney of every year, or at least I think it is. You know, it's important. Pretty big.
And Agrolando took it.
Agalandro, the god, the best Oku player on this server from South America.
SA rules.
Yeah, we can see that Rand got second place on the end of the year tournament. That's pretty good. That's pretty big.
It is surprising though, just because, I don't know, you would usually expect Rand to be better than Agalandro, but no, Agalandro's crazy, and every time I watch him play, he has this, I don't know, like this movement. It's way better than most of the other Okus I see.
It was pretty close though. It was 3-2 both times.
I just feel Agalandro is really aggressive. Like he's got that 6-6C tech, or will just anti-air you.
But he can be aggressive because of how much he uses 6B.
Plus, you also have to keep in mind that there's in terms of high-level Oku players, there's not really many active anymore, so you don't really get much matchup experience.
I mean, there's Alpha.
There's Alpha, and that's it.
There's another guy in here.
Oh.
Zatan doesn't play.
What? I play. I'm just not high level.
He doesn't play tournaments, which is too bad, really.
Yeah,
He's not high level, he's top level. He beats Blaze.
yeah,
Please
it's
shoot
fine.
me.
He's a god.
We will never forget that day.
If I remember correctly, there were
I wish
actually
I
some
could.
prizes to go along with this tournament. Like they were provided by Sinias. One of them was a figure of your choice. Like there was like a Remelia figure, a Patchouli figure, and some other Toho figure. I don't remember.
A Yomu figure.
A Yomu figure?
I really want
Oh, I remember that one. I
Yeah.
saw it. It was good. I wish I had an image
And
of
they
it.
were nice
I fucking
figures,
want that.
too. They were in the 140, 180 range.
Was it the Yomu with the dangerously short skirt?
I think so. Yeah. That's a more of a reason to get it.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
The other
oh, man.
prizes were like, I think for like 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they got like Antinomy of Common Flowers as a gift, and Toho's 16, the Hidden Star in 4 Seasons, which I cannot talk about because I haven't played yet.
It's pretty good.
Ooh. We're talking about Antinomy Flowers. We're going to get back to that later, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. There was, I think, the first beginner tournaments from the new guys behind them.
Elos Beginner's Choice, aka Beginner Beatdown 4.5.
Mhm.
AKA 1GB lollyporn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
No.
That happened.
What a
Truly
prize.
the greatest prize, just one gig of porn. I can respect that.
To quote
Oh.
Elos, it was beginner's choice, so it's not necessarily what you said. It just they had that option, if you will. Yeah, but Elos is one of our new tourney organizers now. He does take over. Well, I mean, he works with willywong to co-host the Beginner Beatdown tournament. I don't know. I don't know like how he's going to run it in the future, but I do know that he does seem very capable. I think he can be a very good tourney organizer. As long as we can provide him with like player history to help with seeding, help him with the ban list, like he'll get a good idea of how to run the thing eventually. And then even on his own accord, he could do prizes and other events should he feel the need. I don't know, Willie, do you like him?
See, he's already better than me. I should just stop already.
You have a very
Rest in peace,
capable
Will.
partner. You should be happy.
We all miss
Let
you.
him carry me. And then I'll take all the credit.
It's fine. It's good.
I mean, so the winner for that tournament was Mina, right? And I actually don't know what prize Mina chose. I'm a little bit curious. Does anyone know? What did he get?
We can ask him.
Yeah,
I
Mina,
mean, yeah,
tell
what
us.
did you get?
Yeah.
Did you get the 1 gigabyte of patchouli spam?
He is in the chat.
Wait. Maybe we could get the bracket up. I think Artema got the 1GB.
Yep, that was Artema.
Oh, it was Artema, okay.
And I remember Toa got a shirt.
I would have picked the shirt.
Why didn't Mina pick the 1 gigabyte? My god, this seems like the obvious choice.
I know, right?
I think it was a lot of animations in the email, right?
Look, you can't even find a gigabyte with my admit to. It's fine.
I
Alright.
mean, all you really had to do was stuff it full of files that are too big.
So all you have to
I guess
do is...
Mina got a shirt in a game?
Artema got it, yeah.
I don't even know what game they were giving out, or what shirt.
Such a strange choice for a
I think they were
prize.
giving away a copy of Hidden Star and Antimony.
Oh, okay, Antinomy makes sense. Lossless 1 gigabyte 5-second 4K video.
Yeah, I guess that counts.
Why is porn a prize? Why it shouldn't be? That's the question.
Because the server's full of deviants. Next question.
Next. Next question is, what happened during DC17? Are we in February yet? Let's see.
Yes, this
we
was in
are.
February.
Yes, we are. February 4th. So it was the first Stream Chaser of the year. That's nice. It was also called 2018 edition, and and we saw finally Chiromiru win once. That's pretty good. He played really well.
Yeah, he had a difficult time against Saber Feelings for a couple of fights towards the end, but I don't know, I think once he got the bracket reset done, it was really easy for him to win. Like, I don't know, Saber just ran out of steam. We got the Baka Smash emote.
Yeah.
God, I wish that were me.
I gotta give Chiromiru respect here. He makes Serena look fun.
Yeah, he's actually really good, and he plays a bit differently in terms of card composition. He uses some cards you never expect to see, like the Ice Kick, and he has really good confirms. I really like seeing him play. It's really neat.
You learned from the best Chirno in the server, Small NDU.
Who?
Small NDU?
No, I know him.
Is there a big NDU?
That's a good one. Is there someone bigger than Small? That's important to know.
And why is it Small NDU?
Small.
South America is weird.
Small.
Truly the biggest mystery of all.
So I know Saber actually has a Patchouli sub that he could have played in this matchup, but Chira actually has a lot of Patchouli experience. So I ended up telling Saber about that. I'm like, no, bro, just stick to Mei Ling. That's probably your best choice.
And he did.
Yeah, he did stick to Mei. I think if he did choose Patchouli in that matchup, Chiromiru would have just stomped him even harder. But yeah, Chiro took this bracket very convincingly. So good on him. It's been like 17 Dream Chasers. Chiro actually won one. Fucking good job, man.
Good job, man. Now win 3 more in a row, and Genki may consider banning you.
Yeah.
No, just actually get good. You don't even have to win.
It needs to. He's strong, but I have to see more. You know.
Yeah, I don't think he's ban worthy.
Not yet. He's really close though, like super close.
Yeah, I'll never pass up a chance to shit talk Genki.
Like, just taking off of our experience, moving into Dream Chasers Gaiden 2, which was the Senpai Kohai tournament, Chiromiru played in that one with Small NDU, and I think they got, 3rd or 4th place? They didn't do anywhere near as well as Chiromiru did in the last one.
Let me see. Yeah, we actually saw, again, Saber go up to 2nd place.
Nice.
Yeah, Saber got 2nd, and then the winner was Ginto and Nanyako, who were just playing out of their minds. They didn't even lose to any single team in the bracket.
Sure wish Nyanyako could have played out of her mind when we were fighting.
Salt.
Freaking
Nanyako was
Saber
strong.
and Kachka.
God dang. But
This is like a rerun of DC 17, wasn't it? Just because it was Saber versus Chiro again. Oh, no, it was Saber versus Ginto. I'm sorry.
Oh, you only got top 6 Chiro? Okay, yeah, you didn't do too well in this one, and that's a shame.
I would
you
like
can see him on the bracket on the bottom left.
note something about this tournament. It's a team tourney, but your senpai, so someone stronger than you, doesn't really what's the word I want to use? Carry you.
Yeah,
carry you.
And I was actually, since I was the one hosting this tournament, the thing that surprised me the most is that you usually expect the senpai to win a lot, and then the kohai is like, oh, I'm sorry, senpai, I didn't do as well as I could have, we didn't win. But no,
my kohai fucking carried my ass, dude.
Dude, the kohais are where it's at.
No, the kohai's carried super hard. Like, Adept was with, Seiki, I think?
Yeah.
And Adept just, he got carried. Like, he lost almost every senpai match after top 8, but then Seiki just carried him into, 2nd or 3rd place?
I don't know about you, but I was late to the tournament.
It was top 6 somewhere there.
Yeah, this is why Blaze shouldn't have agreed to be with me, because I'm just a giant ass rock.
So, the way I see this tournament, it's real nice, it's real fun. You might think like, oh, well, I have this senpai, so I'm just gonna win this bracket already. But the thing is that the kohai is the one that has priorities here. They need to win their matches. And it's like, if they lose their first match, the kohai versus kohai number 1 match, then it's like the senpai can pick you back up. He can give you another chance to win your best of 3. But then it's like if they lose, well, okay, you're both out. But if the Kohai wins and then the senpai loses, well, now the Kohai can carry. Just like how Mina carried me for like the first 2 sets we had. I got blown up. And then Mina's like, don't worry, senpai, I got you.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh, so cool.
So basically, Gito finally won a tournament. He always gets close, but he never wins. But this time he actually did it. So that's nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, the bracket did play out like a normal Dream Chasers, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, Blaze was in this tournament, but Blaze got eliminated like before even top 16.
Yeah, because he was shackled with me.
Oh,
No, I'm not Dream Chasers level.
How did Blaze Dragon do?
He won every match he went up.
So who did you die to?
I think I won once. Twice. I'll pop up the challenge.
Okay, one thing I do want to mention about this bracket, or this kind of tournament, is that it should probably only happen like once a year or something, like... Because during the between the last time we had a Senpai Kohai tournament and this tournament, there was almost an entire year difference, like an entire year in between. And I wonder, is this the best way to run this kind of tournament, to have the Kohais fight twice and the Senpais once? Is this how we should continue to keep running this tournament?
I might reconsider the way we run the tournament, just because managing this is a little bit insane, which is why I would only want to do it once a year. The fact that you have to switch IPs literally every single match is a little bit hard to deal with. And there's also the fact that, like, just once you get into the later stages, you have to, when you're in top 8, you have to do a lot of waiting, because there are a lot of possible connections that could be happening, and a lot of people that might not be able to connect to each other, and it's just, I don't know, it takes a really long time to go through this kind of tournament.
Yeah, I looked it up. Tower killed me.
So I don't know, maybe next time I would be doing, like, everybody does a best of 3, but it's only single elim or something like that, because that would probably be a lot smoother to run.
Dude, next year Chiru, Mina, and I don't know, maybe Thiena and Madoka, they're gonna be senpais. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
Who's gonna be the Kohai?
The person who's not yet in Hisouten. Go join the server already.
Yeah,
get in
your
here.
next Rising Star.
Join my fucking server.
Hey, it's not your server.
But is it yours?
It's not yours anymore.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
My spirit.
So we have 2 more tournaments that happen, and it's Beginner Beatdown 5. So what about that?
Yeah, Beginner Beatdown 5. That was the first tournament that Elos kind of ran on his own. Well, actually, Fran helped him a lot. He did most of the seeding, but I didn't help them with it at all. They literally just did everything on their own, and I was just there to commentate. I don't know, I enjoy Beginner Beatdown 5 a lot. I saw a lot of really good gameplay, especially towards the end with El Chirno, and who was he fighting against at the end? Nobody remembers? Where's the bracket?
That Yomu. What the hell was his name?
He was that young
Yan Chikama.
out of nowhere. That we seem to get every Beginner Beatdown.
Yeah, Yan Chikama. I'm not sure what they're going to do with the bans for those 2 guys, but El Chirno definitely playing really well. I would ban him personally. Maybe even Ran Chikama, because he did really well against OMG World. But yeah, I mean, a really good gameplay out of everybody, and I'm definitely excited to see them in Dream Chasers.
Yep.
Wasn't Willy there?
No, I wasn't.
No?
No, Willie was dead.
I was dead. I had to take care of something.
As a reminder, though, if you're hosting a tournament, do make sure to check every once in a while to make sure you're actually speaking.
Yeah. I mean, I was doing commentary with Elos, and I was like, wow, this guy really knows what he's talking about. This is some great commentary, because I was listening to him over Discord, and people are like, what are these commentators doing? There's so much silence. It's like these people don't care. I have no idea what they're talking about. Then somebody finally realizes that Elos' microphone is muted, and I'm just so sad.
The sad thing is, I messaged Ellis. I'm like, dude, are you talking? And like 2 hours later, he's like, oh, that's what you meant.
But Honestly, it's happened to literally every single tournament organizer at some point. It's happened to me. It's happened to Zero. It's probably happened to Test like 50 times.
It happens. It's normal. Shouldn't be
That's how
happening.
we know Alice has made it.
And then, lastly, we have this week's Soku Saturday happened like some hours ago, basically.
Can we skip this one? I don't want to talk about it.
We are going to talk about it.
It's fine. It's fine. We can talk about this. It's part of history, and
I'm emotionally devastated.
it's understandable.
I'm emotionally devastated too, Irish.
I feel personally attached to this tournament, I have to say.
So does Zero.
Indeed. So, Soku Saturday 106. That's a lot of Soku Saturdays. It's blind date. So, for some reason, okay, no, actually, it makes sense because it was Valentine's Day some days prior to this. Soku Saturday 106 became a team tourney in the name of love. And that's good. So basically, the entire tourney was run in such a way where everyone will get a random team member. So all the teams you see in this tournament are actually randomly made. It's all random.
Right.
So yeah, so Tessiro had opened the bracket, everybody signed up. What he did is he put all the names in like a hat, shuffled them up, and then everybody got dealt a new team. That's somebody they didn't expect. Who did you end up with, Genki? You were with Dekarabia.
Dekarabia, what a cool guy. We when we were playing, we were also talking in voice chat, and it was really neat. I was talking with him, and we were supporting each other and using the advantage of checking the weather. So I was like, oh, it's typhoon, and you have like the 5 card. Get ready.
Shit, no, that wow,
yeah,
that
yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, I didn't do that. I was with Ron. We just kept it solely text based. So we would like, you know what? No, we would strategize in the middle of the tournament channel because we didn't care. We knew we would do well. Basically, we had a JoJo moment. The moment that we discovered that we were each other's partners. Ron and I looked at each other. We're like, it's fucking time. Oh my god, I can't tell you how hype I was. That was such a... Oh, that was a great tournament. Honestly, we should do that more because the bracket felt very balanced. The tournament was a balanced thing. Like the names and the shuffling of the teams, even though it was random, like you still had you had a very even competition on your hands. One player would carry the other, and like Ron would carry me against players that I couldn't beat myself, like Dekarabia. One of them was. Ooh, hold on, let me go find the bracket. But then I carried Ron myself because I had to beat Agelandro. Ron was like, I can't beat this guy, we're doomed. I'm like, no, don't worry, I got this. You know why? Because I've got Summer Flame, and Summer Flame is gonna shit all over Atsuho. And that is exactly what happened. I could give you the replay if you want.
Hi, I'm gonna be the...
Because Dekarabia... Oh no, I'm sorry, what's his name? Agelandro got destroyed. It was a pretty one-sided fight.
Right, I'm gonna be the party pooper here. I got paired with Nyanyako, and it was fine for a few matches. I mean, we talked, we strategized a little bit, and then he decides to fucking throw him. He's like, no, I'm not going against Remy, I'm just going to... And here's the fucked up part, because he just chooses Suika with the default deck. Opponent's Machi. Anyways, so let me be a cautionary tale here as to the darker side of these random or just in general team tournaments. If you're going against someone, guys, do them a favor, play your best, don't fucking sandbag. Or just sandbag on your own time, don't do it when a teammate's on the line. God bless.
I know that feel. The tournament went pretty well overall, and general, games were nice up to the throw of Tanyako. It was kind of bad to see this Suika Komachi fight that was really bland. Like, we could have seen some really hype Remilia versus Remilia game, but instead we got stuff happening.
Sinez, I just got faxed something by Sinez. He wants me to tell you, let's see, you're both fucking banned, kiddos.
Understandable, have a nice day.
make sure to read the rules.
Man, I love
Read the
collusions.
fucking rules. I think that covers all the tournaments so far. There might have been like a Tukavir or something in between, but well, we don't have the details on those because we don't talk to Small NDU on these on those events.
Ban Small NDU.
All right, should we hop into the actual server events then? Talk about the
Sure.
news?
Let's talk about the events that happened. So we said that there was the calendar and all. That's fine. Stuff that also happened. So we had Antimio actually come out fully, and it's a full game, and etc. etc. I don't know much about the game. I played a bit, but not enough, I suppose. So Irish, I know you play. So
I mean, not just me. I know that Nyttyn and Zero Pills play a lot too.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Nyttyn. Okay, I guess I'll go. Honestly, I think now would have been a good time to pick up Antinomy because they just released spectating and they did a whole lot of balance work and they added macros to the game. So it's like, yes, this is the time to play. But they accidentally fucked up. A lot of times if people try to join and spectate an ongoing game, it just crashes the game. Like, if you're EU and you try spectating NA, it'll just crash all of the games involved. And also the game just randomly crashes at times in netplay now. So yeah, don't fucking play this game right now. You have to wait for a hot fix. This would have been the time.
You can just join someone, spectate someone, and crash their game. Easy. If they're in the middle of a tournament, just join the like, oh man, we DC. We got a conflict now.
Shaitan, I both think you're being a bit too optimistic and a bit too pessimistic here. I don't think a hotfix alone is going to be enough for most people to get fully into the game right now because it still has the netcode issues. But I think that since they've shown that they're working on an English patch right now, we have the subtitles and everything. They showed it off on Nico Nico. I think that a few months down the line, after they've patched it and finally fucking fixed the netcode, then we will have Antinomy, especially with the community that's in place already. I think that this is going to be a very big game in the scene.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. It's just, I'm not even talking about the net play right now in general. Yeah, the net play is trash. I'm talking about you can't even play on the trash net play because there's always the risk of random crashes. Like, that didn't used to exist before.
I agree, but if you're in, like, the Eurozone or something, you might have to wait a bit longer until they fully fix the net play.
Also, I remember Normac, I think yesterday or something, he suggested we should all just make a Patreon to crowdfund an AOCF role.
Yeah, that might work. I know Doomhammer tried contacting Fireseal to see if he can to actually start getting work done on a rollback system for AOCF, but I kind of feel like Fireseal isn't going to be interested in that because he's very attached to EFZ right now, and he puts a lot of time into that game.
Yeah, no.
Because Fireseal is the one who wrote the rollback for Soku, the Soku roll we use today.
Yeah.
And the EFZ roll too, which is apparently like the best roll ever. Yeah, Morphman knows Fireseal pretty well because he still plays EFZ a lot over there, and yeah, Fireseal isn't that interested in that kind of thing with the ULIL and AOCF and HM.
Well, if ACOF stays big, I'm sure some will pop up, and if they don't, we can offer cash money or something. Pull together the community.
But yeah, in general, AOCF, like, regardless of the patches, it's actually a really good game right now.
You can play Tenchi.
Yeah, just play Tenchi. She's great. She's like a little woman, she's tiny.
Oh, right. Tenchi J5A actually got nerfed in that it lasts. It has a bit more of a startup time now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was a little nerf. It was good enough. They didn't over nerf it either.
It was too good. I don't know. I got wrecked by it constantly.
Yeah, thankfully, overpowered characters are no longer this game's issue. The issue is that fucking like June and Racing are complete useless garbage.
No, they actually buffed June a whole lot, and Racing in this recent patch. They are more than playable now.
The Racing buffs were pointless.
What about the systematic changes to the game? I think there was something about macros and assists that were changed.
Oh, the macro.
Yeah, so on assists, you used to not be able to use a cult with your slave. So, for example, Miko, if she were slave, she couldn't pick people up with her cape and then go into red cape or blue cape. Now she can do that. They made it so slaves can use occults. And then on top of that, you used to have to do simultaneous button inputs in order to do stuff like an occult, a spell card, or a last word, but now those are bound to macros. So instead of, needing to press B plus C to do spell card, you can just press one button.
God bless. God bless.
Beautiful.
I mean, that's good.
Last
We
word
already have
fish
that in Soku.
even better now.
It's still technically like a macro. It still presses B and C at the same time, but now you don't have to. Yep, it does it automatically for you. So if you try to do it in an area where you can't actually do it, you'll accidentally mash C or something, but at least you'll know it wasn't the input's fault. It was just you did it at the wrong time.
Makes sense.
I mean, to go along with AOCF, I don't know if you guys seen it. It's time for a shameless self-shilling. I did make make the community a Yukari combo video, so if you haven't seen that and you want to learn Yukari, go ahead and check that out. It should be pretty insightful. There's some text errors here and there, but I mean, it should help you out.
Yeah, go learn Yukari if you're a garbage person.
What a jerk.
That DP is bullshit, and you know it.
It's not bullshit. It's
a DP.
Useless. It's a DP in a game where I can jump under and above you. Easiest land cancel of my life.
Irish, you're not gonna show your AOCF tournament?
I was about to show my AOCF tournament.
Ooh, this is a tournament?
Talk about it. Tell me, what is it? What is this tournament?
Alright, the tournament will probably be a completely unhinged disaster because of the net play. It'll probably be several thousand rolls for coin flips in grand finals and such. So yeah, join at your own peril, but it is happening next week, and it's North America only, so everybody who's not American, everybody who's not free, get out.
Sorry, we're kind of happy.
EU can get their own tournament.
It's understandable.
So this one is more of a test run of a tournament. Are you also like testing the community to see if they're like not going to be crashing every single game?
That's what it is, basically.
I think what you should do is you should have everybody PM or DM their IPs to each other and then relay them to you so that way nobody else can spectate.
That is what I will be doing for top 8, because otherwise I am sure there's going to be some madmen Southeast Asian shitposters just crashing our tournament.
Probably.
But
is the tournament opening in this server or in another server?
It'll be happening in the Antinomy server. There's a tournament channel for it now.
I see.
And yeah, this is just more like a test run, because in 2 weeks, Tassiro is going to do like a big Antinomy tournament, so that one's going to be the actual main one.
Yeah. And then after that, once they fix net play, if they fix net play, I suppose, then I foresee a very long and happy history of tournament. So again, now.
Okay, and to close out AOCF right now, we are not mainly an AOCF server, but we do have an AOCF channel. I mean, if you're not in the server and you are interested in the game, then you can try playing with us, but we can also redirect you to the main and western AOCF server run by Doomhammer. Then there's the JP server, which we can probably direct you to as well.
It's great for shitposting. They have an English-only channel.
The English channel. Oh, the English channel.
Okay, what else? Oh yeah, about Japanese, EVO Japan, which is a complete new thing outside from the original EVO, had Hisouten Soku side event. What about that? I actually didn't see a thing. I wasn't that interested. I saw some games, but not much about it.
They had to relaunch Soku about 30 times because I think they were running on this really old laptop that was still running Windows.
Oh wow.
Wow.
The video quality was pretty bad from what I saw.
That Soku budget.
Yeah, it was clear that someone had friends in EVO Japan, and they're like, "Come on, guys, I got this laptop."
They did actually.
Even when Toho's one of the biggest franchises, there's still poverty.
No, Toho's are climbing.
The matches were reasonably hype. Some of them were really good, some of them were garbage, and then there was the tragic story of a Suwako main who tried their hardest against Chile.
Oh.
Did that same Suwako main beat Azel?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Tragic my ass. The frog posters are unstoppable. They'll keep complaining even though they can literally beat Azel, who plays supposedly the best character in the game. fucking degenerates.
I think Yuko actually won everything, though. So.
It's time to fix the tier list. Suwako and Patchouli need to be a little bit higher. Yuko's got to go down because I think Saki is better. And remove Tenchi.
Still triple S tier.
Oh, fuck you. Don't diss my man.
Just BE the drills, dude.
Enough. Apparently, the Evo Japan organizers got official permission from the Tasofro to run this. I'm surprised they even remember that this game exists.
Wow.
Real shit. And Tassiro ended up getting the AOK to run the official re-English broadcast of this tournament. And I don't know, that was a good experience, really. You got to watch Soku Evo Japan in good old Hisouten fashion.
But wasn't he just Twitch streaming a stream from Nico?
Yes. But, like, I mean, we couldn't understand the commentary anyway, and a lot of it was, like, a lot of screaming in the background, and then you hear the guy, and he's, like, commentating, he's going, like, oh, yeah, this happened, oh, alright, he's doing it, man. Alright, let's go!
Yeah, the Eastern community I found is very much more shout-happy.
Somebody's getting fucked.
What a classic. Do you think having Suku at Evo Japan, even at Mina style of side event, will help the game in any form?
I think if we can get more, I don't know, any more public events going on at real big conventions or fighting game tournament settings, then maybe Suku could have a bit of a comeback. It's kind of tough to say because, like, Melee. The popularity for Smash Melee is like been extremely varied. Like, so it was kind of always a popular game, and then it died down a little bit because there wasn't really net play, and the only thing you could really do was go to local events or local tournaments and go and play Captain Falcon or something. But now that you can play on Dolphin or something like that, and then have actual net play tournaments with other people, the game saw a really large comeback. Like, Melee has so many players now, it's unbelievable. And I think that sort of thing may be possible with Soku, but remember, we also use a third-party program to net play amongst each other. Like, we would need something else, something from Tassifro that they would be hosting and either fix their own net play, but it's just, I don't see that happening. This is a community-run game at this point.
Implying Tassofro still has the source code for Soku?
Right?
Oh boy.
Implying that they even care about their games at all.
I just don't think, like, I love Soku, but I just don't think this game has the staying power needed to break out to a larger audience than we already have. In fact, I think the audience we do have is much bigger than I would expect, and it's basically just carried by the strength of the community at this point.
No, go for it, Zaton.
What we have to do is basically we take advantage of the Dragon Ball Fighters' popularity and just promote Soku as Ghetto DBFZ.
Clearly.
Okay, so you're saying we make a DBFZ channel, shill it, and then we go to DBFZ Discord and just say, oh, by the way, we play this here at the show.
Yeah, and let's have the modders make, like, DBZ palettes for all the characters, and we'll be like, hey, this is totally a DBFZ mod.
Please play my game, I'll do fucking anything.
I mean,
please revive our community, I'll do fucking anything.
Wait, don't we have a fighting game channel?
Yeah, we do.
Yes, that's Tessero's
not good enough.
It's the...
But, like, the only two people who use it are Sangers and...
I
don't know.
Tessero?
And a bunch of people that joined the server just to use the fighting game channel.
What a bunch of lads. I'm gonna do that one of these days. I'm gonna part every channel except for fighting games.
And there's you?
No.
Well, what a job.
To our, let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, this is important. About the server, there was a complete change of ownership. What about that, Zaton?
Huh? Shit, really?
I think it happened. I was distracted. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh man, I gotta ask the mods about this one.
No, but basically I was carrying my ownership and I just kind of dropped it and Spike picked it up and he doesn't want to give it back to me.
Wait, what?
Gotcha. Makes sense.
It's a bit of a coup d'etat.
Zaytan was victimized. We have to shut down Spike.
This is the Spike Spiegel Hunter.
It's not like shutting down Spike will do anything.
What else doing?
And outside of that, yeah, okay, so... so server ownership is within Spike's hands now. I don't think that's really going to change how we run the server, how the server operates, and basically the same policy that we've been using is still going to apply. I don't think there's going to be any significant changes outside of the more recent change that was the channel renamings and like rulings to the channels. We can talk about that in a minute, but there was also the other admin who was nominated and decided upon the old admins, Hazelin. What do you guys think of Hazelin?
Fucking Remedia players.
Fucking Remedia players.
Speaking as someone who's come in from a year ago, I mean, pay seems reasonable, but I mean, I don't have any complaints here. It's just Hay seems reasonable. I don't really know much more about her because I'm newer.
You guys are all being very disrespectful. Her full title is Hazelin Sama the Amazing.
Who?
Hazelin Sama the Amazing?
That's her in-game name. I've seen that before.
Yeah, that seems like something Hayes would do.
Zatan, I don't know. You are the ex-Presidente. Do you think you can give us some insight on your decisions between the possible admins?
Well, that is me and Spike were talking with 2 people in total. I won't disclose who the other one was. As in talking about the admin position. And yeah, in the end we just picked the person that, how should I say it, we felt would do the job better.
Wow, you're really trying to spare the other person's feelings, aren't you?
And yeah, actually, am I allowed to disclose who the other person was?
You're free to do so.
Do whatever you want. It used to be your server.
Sure, whatever.
Yes, well, you see, it's kind of awkward because the other person is right here with us, that being Zero.
It's Normac!
Jesus Christ.
It's Normac!
It's Normac! I found the truth. It's Normac.
Sorry.
Heed my words, everyone. It's Normac.
We need to get this guy out of here.
Go ahead.
But yeah, long story short, we interviewed both of them, and we honestly were really happy with how both of the interviews went. But I guess in the end, we were just leaning a tiny little bit more towards Hazelin. Obviously, this is all because she's a woman, right?
Please.
No, I think
Hazelin's good.
Not that matters much. We
On-
don't
on
really
a-
need administrative.
On a somewhat unrelated note, after we nominated Zofie as the loot channel mod, I got a PM saying that I picked her because she has a vagina. That's pretty good.
Woo, lad.
Makes sense in context, I think.
Dude,
No,
literally,
it's pretty surface.
none of this is even confirmed. People are making too many assumptions.
I think...
No, you never know nowadays. Don't assume.
So do we just ask her for proofs?
No.
No. God damn it.
Isn't that sexual harassment?
Maybe, I think so.
I think I could drop a little bit of light on the admin thing. So yeah, I mean, I was one of the people who may have ended up at the admin for the server, but let me drop my thoughts. So originally, when I was interviewed or asked about if I would want to become a server mod, I had to think about what exactly it is that I would bring to the community, and one of them I thought about was what makes them happy, what makes people function in the community, what makes them participate.
Shitposts.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
I obviously cater to the people who want to have fun and who want to participate in events, and I also try to make them as hype as possible. So one of the things I do is I basically base my moderation off of like what's best for the people, not so much for the server. And I can also be very like, I don't know, I also act very out of character sometimes. Like I just, oh, how do I put this? Like with the tournament yesterday, I was very out of character. I was just excited and hype as hell. And sometimes I can I don't know, I've been known to lash out against some other players, or just...
Really? I've never heard of you lashing out against anyone. That's not even sarcasm.
Not
Well, Zero Q's last show out against me. He made me a patchouli sub on the server.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
you're like-
overestimate myself. I don't know.
You're known to be chill as fuck.
Okay, well maybe it's just passive aggressiveness towards some other players at some point. But I did nominate Hazelin before because I think Hazelin cares a lot more about what's best for the server, not so much the players. And it's these opinions that have like basically convinced me that Hazelin is better fit for the slot, at least for now. So until there's some kind of need for change at some point, then we can decide upon it then.
Oh, we just keep you as community manager. It's fine. We don't even have a community manager all of the way. I'm just it up.
Bam, I don't know. I was literally asked about none of this. I just go with it.
Alright, with that I think we can move on to the next change in servers.
Yeah. Wait. Let's see.
The channel, people call it a channel split. It's not a channel split, you piece of shit. They're the exact same channels that they were before. We just changed the names and the rules a little.
Oh yeah. What about the split? What about the name? Are we going to?
It's not a split!
You can't. Are we going to get a new name for Toku General?
No, I don't. I mean, Zero Fuse, you ran the poll, but from my understanding, people just submitted a bunch of shitpost names, so it tells me nobody really cares.
I mean, I could just put them on the stream if you want.
Sure.
Sure.
Alright, let me go and grab that really quick. Please. Oh yeah, by the way, don't submit any more names, please, for the love of God. We're good.
Let's just call it Soku shitpost. That's what it is.
But yeah, I gotta say, I'm very happy with how the not split turned out.
Yeah.
It's like now we have two channels, one for little shitposting babies, and the other for real manly men who play the game. It's kind of like, you know, Virgin Soku General and Chat Soku Gameplay.
I mean, sure. That's about it. And people also wanted back the Soku Questions channel, so we also have that back.
Dude, I'm honestly gonna tell you guys, I'm sick of people shitposting in Soku gameplay. If I see it next time, I'm not even gonna warn you. You're just getting the hour-long mute.
Yes.
Show some goddamn respect. Voice crack! Wow, we need a serious channel to be serious. You're not wrong, Noramak. I'm glad you understand.
Yeah, that's just the state of the community. It's fine, we have fun. We love each other.
Though, even with the not split, the Soku General is still the most used channel.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
what
that's
I
what we expected.
Because people still use it to play Soku, and they're actually... I don't know, it seems like they do a good job of managing themselves. It's not 24-hour shitposting, it's more like 20 hours a day shitposting.
People still play this game?
Technically,
No, everyone moved on to Antinomy.
Okay, good.
Or DBZF.
Okay.
or if Morph was in charge, we'd all move over to Eternal Fire Zero.
Splinter, I hate you so much. Whenever we ask people if they wanted this change, 99% of people are like, you guys are retarded. And now that we changed it, people are like, what are you talking about? This was, of course, what we wanted all along. The users are never right.
The conclusion is the server's a dictatorship. Sorry, you guys don't know what you want.
Oh no, someone shitposted in Soku gameplay. What now?
Let me go get my gun.
I'm going to delete the posting, shit posting. There we go, easy.
Wouldn't it be easier to just delete the shit poster?
Maybe.
That
Maybe.
works.
We know. Oh, there we go.
Oh boy, I really like the last option. That sounds pretty good.
Oh, Splinter General.
No bowl eye allowed.
Truly.
No bull eye allowed.
So why didn't we go with Soku posting? That's actually a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Because we already have shit posting.
I mean, do you want me to rename the channel right now?
It's quite redundant, honestly. And we have a shitposting channel and a Soku posting channel.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, look at those votes. Those votes don't lie.
Yeah,
I mean, then again, we also have established people don't know what they want, so...
I think it's good that people are actually okay with Soku General. The other thing was, like, people voted to just go back to hashtag Hisouten Soku, which was the previous name, and basically that means the change meant, well, we just want to make moderation on the channel more lenient. But I don't know, it just doesn't seem accurate enough. That's why we want Soku General, because you're allowed for a little bit of off topic, at least until somebody complains about it.
Nobody seems to complain though.
It's not like I go into this channel anyways.
No guy complain.
I don't know, I think the change is okay, because it seems like people are having more fun in the main channel now. Like, we allowed more fun. Oh wow, who would have thought?
As soon as Zatan stepped down the server mod,
it all went to shit immediately.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we had to put up with the froggy emote and everything. It's just, God, I'm done.
Sometimes I swear I can still hear Zatan speak. He's in the back of my mind.
Bring Zatan back 2020.
Go see a specialist.
Okay, so now we got the Valentine's event that we want to talk about.
That's the last event we have to talk about. So, Valentine's Day was, I think, it's 18 today? Was some days ago. Just
4 days ago.
Bunch of days ago. And at the last minute, we figured with Anonymous that we could have some creative event for the day. Bit too, a bit too fast, a bit too out of nowhere. We still got 20 people participating in it, and that's pretty good. So the event was to draw your waifu.
That's the power of waifu, man. Never underestimate it.
and then we will make a collage. Sadly, we completely forgot about any kind of detail, so we didn't say, we didn't ask people to draw on a blank background and such. So we just kind of got drawings that were white on background, not half body, etc, etc. So basically, it was good, but it could have been better. That's all. Maybe next time we do that, we will actually think about it. The good thing about it is that it made it generated the new comment community, which is pretty good.
That Yamu is really cute.
Yeah, the one in the bottom right was my favorite.
That's from Let me check. Shiroyasha. Pretty sure it's from Shiroyasha.
Who did the top right patchouli?
I like the one on the middle on the bottom. I'm guessing it's Roku.
The patchouli on the top right is done by Mina.
Oh, Mina's a good artist.
Zero should have all the names.
I can tell which one was done by Ergonomius. It's just got that distinctive texture.
It feels like if you were to touch his art, it would feel grainy.
Yeah, kind of like one of those fucking prints that you stitch onto your bag.
Really makes you think.
It really makes you think.
Speaking of which, Ergonomius, hit me up after the podcast. I'm going to commission you to make a new emoji because we need to do something about spin to win. Goddamn.
Okay. About the Valentine's event thing, I don't know. Why did you want to run the thing? It wasn't strictly for Valentine's because that was happening. I also know that it was announced a little late, so not everybody got to submit in time.
A little. Hell of an understatement.
It was just we figured it's Valentine's. We need something. We had a tourney. We had another tourney, and I mean, maybe we should have something for the creative channel. Because the creative channel doesn't do enough. Doesn't get much love. We decided to go make this drawing contest. I mean, no contest, more like college. We just didn't think about it hard enough to make it, earlier. It happened. Next time we are going to think about it. I think the problem was also that we didn't have any thing for it, so we could actually announce the event as well as I wanted.
We had to make a new ping.
We did.
I guess that's newsworthy.
And we have the community.
We have a new role that you guys can toggle and role toggle. It's called Community, and basically for any non-tournament community events, if you have that role, you'll be pinged notifying you that there's one ongoing. Like, you know, like a combo contest, like a Valentine's Day drawing collage, like any sort of art contest, that sort of thing.
What about the podcast?
You already have your own ping for it, but yeah. I guess you can ping Community.
Ping them both. Ping everybody. Can I just ping it? Watch my fucking podcast.
Ping everybody. Everyone.
Yeah, we didn't do that enough during New Year's.
Oh man, that was beautiful. It was a beautiful ping.
I'm gonna actually ping everyone right now. I miss that so much.
Dude, it's amazing. When you ping everybody, you get zombies. People come back to life.
Yeah. Everyone is powerful, man. There's too much power.
Back in the day, I really used to enjoy pinging everyone for dumb shit and announcements, and then counting how many people leave the server. It was fun.
Except that didn't happen this time. You had like, I don't know, maybe 5 people who left out of the entire like mass ping.
Yeah, and then some fuck deleted my everyone ping. What is this?
I think it's because at this point we've just got like most of the lurkers or people who haven't actually logged on to Discord anymore.
I don't know, please ping everyone more. It's fun.
It's time to get some goddamn community engagement.
Yeah, okay, well, real fucking talk. Why is it that we don't use the add everyone ping so often? Like, this is a common thing amongst larger servers who want to get a message across to everybody.
Because people bitched.
Because people re.
Yeah, okay, people re, obviously, but if it's an announcement, well then it's meant to be heard by the people who are in the server. If not, then get the fuck out.
They're not people, Zatan, they're ants!
We don't really make many announcements that have to ping everyone anyway.
Yeah, you're right, we don't. But so if you only ping a couple people, well then the couple people who are getting pinged are those who actively participate in the server, and they went to the roll toggle channel. They spent the time to go to the roll toggle channel, pick them up the podcast role.
While we're at it, let's remove people's ability to part channels so they can't dodge those pings.
That too. I don't know.
People just need to take it.
But how do you feel about having all the announcements in a single channel? We use the announcements channel for everything: the events, the tournaments, server changes, shit posting sometimes, but that's a rare occasion. do you honestly think?
Really? Is it that?
Kinda.
Anyway, go on.
Do you think it should be separated between 2 different channels, like server announcements and then like event announcements channel?
We don't have enough server announcements to merit that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We got like 3.
I mean, we got 3, but that was... I mean, if you think about it, January was an unusually hefty month for that, just because we were doing the server change for the Hisouten stuff. Or was that February? I don't know. It was one of those months. But yeah, I don't know. There's no real reason to. If somebody really doesn't want to get pinged by something, they can just take off the roll for it. I don't personally think it's all that necessary.
Yeah, and the announcements channel doesn't get flooded, but I guess somebody might say, well, you know how streams are always announced in the announcements? There's no real ping for it, but it does end up in the announcements if it's like a Soku-related stream. And then, I don't know, they click on the channel and they're like, oh, it's just a stream. No reason to read announcements, I guess. But you know what? The channel doesn't get flooded. If there's announcements to be had, then you will catch them. You just need the roles for them. I do agree that the channel should not be separated.
That's fine. We'll just remove people's ability to part announcements.
I'll manually unpart it every single time. I can do that.
Oh, jeez.
Although there are only 3 people out of like 2,200 with the channel parted, so who cares?
So anyway, we pretty much went over everything that happened.
Let's talk to Willy. Willy.
So we have something extra.
Yeah, we have...
So let's see. I'm thinking.
Tournament organization.
Because
About
away,
tournament.
Genki.
Yeah, about tournaments. I think I want to talk about those for a bit, mostly because when I remade the Dream Chaser for February, the seeding was a complete nightmare. Oh man, it was a complete damn nightmare, and I'm to address that. So basically, we're going to going straight into shilling about TOT, which I think is really important at this point. So I'll leave it to nyttyn to do that, and then I come back.
You want me to go ahead and chill about that right now?
Absolutely, it's important for the conversation.
Alright, so everyone knows that we fucking hate Hamachi. You hate Hamachi, I hate Hamachi.
Hamachi.
Shut up, Irish. So instead, I've been doing some research, and it turns out that we have a replacement option. Something that was brought up a few months ago by, I think it was the ES community. I can't remember. Whoever it was, pretend I'm calling you out correctly. It's this hot program called Zero Tier. So what it does basically is for the people who can't port forward, it hooks you up from person A to person B, instead of Hamachi, which hooks you both up to a central server and bounces traffic back and forth, which in summary makes things a lot faster. So I've noticed that a lot of people have troubles basically getting Zero Tier to run. So, okay, Zero Fuse, can you go ahead and run image 1 for me?
What
You know what I mean.
We got images.
Please wait warmly.
Nice.
Please wait warmly.
Continue.
Alright, so once you download Zero Tier and run it for the first time, it should look like that in your system tray outside of the thing in the middle that should say bracket Kamachi. That's how you know you're connected to a network. How do you connect to a network? Well, okay, go ahead and run image 4 for me. Well, 5 rather. 5. The one under part 2 that says join network.
Okay.
Alright, so you'll see a little join network thing. You want to click on that. Image 6, please. And the thing that trips most people up is they see this join a network, and it's like, wow, there's 3 checkboxes. What do I hit? You see how I've scratched it all out? You don't hit anything. You just type in the network ID that people gave you into that text box, and then click on the join button. And move on to image 7 for me. Okay, so once... No, number 7. The last one. Okay, so once you've connected to a network, underneath Join Network is Show Network, as we saw before. You just open this up, it'll show you all of the stuff. The highlighted thing is the IP you give your opponent. Now, this is different for every user, so make sure that you don't go, oh, I use this IP to connect to my opponent. No, that's what they give you. That's what you give them to connect to you, or vice versa. The rest of that stuff, though, doesn't matter. Like the thing above it, Ethernet, the checkboxes, don't worry about any of that. Just the highlight IP is all you need. You give them that, you put the usual colon, port number 10800, and that's all you need. Now, in case that you need to make a network, go ahead and run image 2 for me. At the top right-hand corner of the Zero Tier website, you'll see this little login thing. Click that, and you can make an account from there. Go ahead and run image 3 for me. And once you've logged in, you then click on the networks from, again, the top right-hand corner of the screen. There's a whole bunch of other stuff on that screen, like your phone number, network plan. Ignore all of that. You just need to click on that network page. And then you click on the Create button, as shown here. And then move on to the last image, the one with network ID and access control. And the last thing you want to do is, see how I put a 1 next to network ID? That's what you give your opponent to connect your network. And now this is the important part. Under 2, access control, make sure that's set to non-public network, because if it's set to certificate, you'll need to verify them to join. And that's it. That's all you need to know to connect to Hamachi. You can change the name, but don't fuck with anything else on that page. And you all have gotten a visual step-by-step guide to use ZeroTier now, so there's no excuse.
Okay, so what's the reason to use this over Hamachi? Like, give us some prime examples of why you'd want to use this over Hamachi.
2 reasons. One, this is a lot newer and designed for basically the average user instead of Hamachi, which is designed for industrial use. Like, Hamachi is not designed for our purposes at all. It's just for big-scale networks. So that leads into point 2, where ZeroTier is a lot more latency-focused, whereas Hamachi's like, it works, we don't really care about latency. ZeroTier tries to get you the fastest connection possible, which typically means it's going to not have nearly as much, if any, lag as opposed to Hamachi.
Okay, next question. Who's paying you to talk about ZeroTier?
Zero Fuse, of course.
Oh, man. Yeah, use my program, guys. I made this. Yeah.
Will you do anything?
Will you do anything?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I'm not using it. I can already host.
Anyways, I've also got a pinned paste bin guide. If anyone still has questions, they can DM me outside of Normac, who I will not respond to. God bless.
Yeah, we have I know we just had a visual tutorial on how to set it up, but I guess if you're not entirely sure on how to use it still, then refer to that paste bin, and you should get a clear idea on how to run this program. I think if we can start using this more, we can start eliminating the problems that we have when it comes to hosting tournaments, like people not being able to host, or connecting players between different regions. I'm not sure if this will help and support that problem, but I guess it's worth a shot. I mean, Hamachi's fucking outdated, but... Oh wait, that's right. ZeroTier also has, like, a premium service, doesn't it?
It doesn't matter. See, the thing about premium service is it's for better customer service, and for networks above 100 people, neither of which we need. And it's like $30 a month, so...
What are you talking about? There are like 2,000 people in Hisouten. We need to get everyone on 102 server.
You can make as many networks as you want, so if one fills up, just make another one. And that's also another big improvement for tournaments, because you don't have to keep kicking people out so the tournament organizers can join to spectate.
What if we have a tournament official ZeroTier network that people can use?
Yeah, but you can just use Kamachi, the one I made.
No, we'll make our own.
Yeah, you can make your own too, but I just walked you through it.
Thank you. Truly, I have been enlightened to the service that I feel my life has been improved vastly now.
Look, just use it and save us the suffering from us. That's all.
Yes, I agree. I hate it when Grand Finals is in Hamachi. It's the worst.
Alright, so up next, I believe, is tournament organizing.
Yeah, so... sorry. So with that said, hopefully now people have a better idea about, ZeroTier. So, this is important because, as I was saying, the seeding for the first comeback Dream Chaser was kind of a mess. I'm not really good at seeding, but I'm pretty sure I did the best possible, considering most people can't host. Now, hostability is kind of important. If you can't host, and you can at least, have something else to work with, like ZeroTier, that makes it really easy for us to run the tournament. If you can't host, we get a lot of coin flipping and just coin flipping or whatever. It's kind of bad. It also makes it really hard to seed people. I think Irish knows this pretty well, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it's really difficult whenever there are lots of brackets with people who are from regions that don't easily connect to other regions, and a lot of them can't host. Like, it's a problem if half the tournament is South America and then a quarter of the tournament can't host. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
Or it's also a problem if half the tournament is EU. You guys lag, too. Some of you lag worse than SA.
It's true. It can happen, sadly. So basically, in short, for us as the tournament organizer, it's really important that you either find a way to gain access to port forwarding and get the ability to actually host, or found some other way like zero tier, Amachi, or whatever else. Said that.
But that's all the technical stuff. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the fun stuff.
Absolutely. So tournaments, we okay, at this time we have 3 tournaments: Beginner Beatdown, Dream Chaser, Soku Saturday. Let's forget the extra ones like Corner Assault, which doesn't happen as much as it should, and End of the Year tournament and
like
other
Toku
extras.
Veer.
Yeah. So yeah, we're talking about the main stuff, I guess. So right now we have those 3 tournaments which are separated by levels, so to speak.
Yes.
Beginner Beatdown is basically
Beginner Beatdown is for beginners. Don't
Okay.
fucking join it. No, I'm not telling you, Getty. I'm telling everybody else. Don't join Beginner Beatdown unless you are new to the server or the game.
right. It's,
No, specifically new to the game, not new to the server.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lower level tournament for beginners. So if you are a beginner, please do not join. Thanks. Dream Chaser is maybe more your cup of tea if you're stronger than beginner. You know your game just a bit more. And I have to say I'm not too good at deciding who should be playing, who shouldn't be playing. That's kind of hard. I have to say it's not so easy to actually understand who should be in the sea and who shouldn't.
Yeah, since
Go ahead.
your reward for playing well is congratulations, kiddo. You can't play anymore. Have fun.
No, that's not it for DC because you have lots of winners who don't get banned, and you know that happens. They complain about it.
You can win and not get banned. Now, if you want an example, someone like Coco was banned after he had won because we've known Coco for a while, and we've seen his performance in other events like Soku
He
Set.
sent bags like a mega fool, man. He sent bags like hell, and when he finally won, and he was still sent begging, I was like, okay, whatever, you're out.
Bye-bye.
We recognize this skill. That's the best we could say about it.
Pretty much.
And someone like Fusillade, I mean, Fusillade was a very good player from, I don't know, probably about 2 years ago. I'm not too sure how long Fusillade's been around. They go by the name Bunnies now, and they had shown up for DC Christmas, probably out of the idea that they'd be able to win a couple prizes, or... I'm not too sure which one the last one Bunnies was in. It was either DC 16 or 15. But yeah, Bunnies is also banned because I recognize that Bunnies is a good Sanai player. Would you not agree? And by good, I mean like scum hand level. Maybe a little bit better.
Fusillade has been playing as long as Genki and I. He started in the same place.
Huh.
Yeah, so it doesn't surprise me that he's doing well enough to merit being banned.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't let winning turn you off from like wanting to win in Dream Chases, like, because we still have other events that go on that everybody can participate in. I mean, they may not be as consistent, and they may need some sort of fine tuning on the scheduling, but that does not mean that they do not exist.
What did you mean by this?
And Genki, Zero Fuse, Irish. Well, not so much Irish.
Willie.
You guys can acknowledge, though, that you've heard the criticisms and complaints of people who have gone, well, where's my tournament? I can't ever play in DC, and where's Super Saturday? You guys have heard those complaints.
Okay, then, let's talk about that. As I was saying, 3 levels. Now, the third one is Soku Saturday. This is the most, the longest, what's the word I need?
Longest running series?
Yeah, thank you. We have up to 106 Soku Saturdays. That's a lot of tournaments. And right now, it's kind of like Tessio does a good job, but he has a glaring problem. He is not consistent, and that's a really huge problem. Because right now we do have 2 tournaments, but they are restricted to specific level of game. Now the people that finally get banned from DC, and or beginner beatdown. Okay, now beginner beatdown they can play in DC. So the people that get banned from DC can't play anywhere else. So they can only join the extra tournaments like the Senpai or similar, where they get to team up with their kohai. So basically, what we are saying right now is that Tessio, please fucking get consistent somehow. We need you.
And don't forget, like, Supersat is open to everybody. That one is not skill restricted. That one is for
That's the problem.
all skill levels.
I mean,
Yet
not the problem.
we still run into people who are either new to the game or just don't have the confidence to compete against other high-level players, and that like turns them off from actually joining the bracket. And to those people, I would like to send a message, and it is to just try your best, really. Because even though you may not do very well in the bracket, I think we've said this a lot in the past, you will get a good idea of where you stand in terms of skill level. And then if you consistently attend these tournaments, if you can attend these tournaments with consistency and or actively be a regular participant, you may find that you are getting better at the game, and you wouldn't even need to like prove yourself in areas such as DC and beginner beatdown.
Yeah.
Before I won Dream Chasers, I think it was DC 12 or something, I would also always participate in Sokusats because, you know what, I had a goal in mind. I had to get better than a couple players, like Maybell, who is no longer here today, so that goal is now irrelevant. I wanted to get as good as Genki. I wanted to get as good as fucking Irish, for instance. Like fuck Irish.
What? That's a terrible goal.
I will have something to say about your goals, man.
You know,
Well, he beat you, so he got his goal.
Gee, you should try setting your goals higher, my dude.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, my highest goal was to be better than Maybell. Is that not a good enough goal? Do you remember Maybell?
Not very, respectfully, but yes.
What's so bad about Maybell?
I don't know, he thinks Iku is like D tier, my man.
Maybe she is. What does he know that we don't?
I disagree on every level.
Okay, even Azel said that. Okay, Azel specifically thinks that Iku is at least as good as you, Yuko.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, fuck you, Mabel.
Yeah, this is probably why he's never going to join the server. Because people like you will fucking shut his opinion down constantly. Rip Maybell.
I mean, Fuse, you're implying that he's watching this.
I'm willing to debate his opinion, but I'm gonna win that debate because I know he's wrong.
Wait. If we have to shield our channel, let's remember something. If you ever join our server, you are in for some hot opinions.
Very, very hot opinions.
It's really important.
So yeah, I mean, you can shit talk Maybell's opinions, but you know what? He's the one who taught me. He's the one who taught me Patchouli. Don't hate me. Go hate Maybell.
Let me shit talk him off real quick.
No, people were calling me fucking. They were calling me Shoddy when I was playing the bracket yesterday. Who the hell is Shoddy?
The guy who.
Shoddy? Oh.
Can we not talk about Shoddy?
No, tell me about Shoddy.
I'm already emotionally devastated enough from yesterday.
I get it now. I completely forgot in a way. Okay, so basically, I have it here because fuck if I forget that. So let's see. Soku top. So Soku Saturday 47. I got second place in Soku Saturday because Shoti will never play any friggin' tournament. Came up out of nowhere with a Patchouli that beat even iRock, beating everyone, and I lost.
Even
so
iRock.
He never played.
Get fucking destroyed.
Yeah, he played fucking Patchouli version 5C. He didn't even do anything.
Okay,
strong.
You have to remember this was 2 years ago. iRock wasn't good 2 years ago.
Yeah, true. But still,
iRock was nothing.
But still. He appeared out of nowhere and he beat everyone. I got second place, not from loser side. I went from winner side and I lost 2 times in a row.
And ever since, Genki has never won anything.
Oh man, this is why they were calling you Shoddy, because you play Patchouli.
Sometimes I still have dreams where Genki wins Sokusat, and every time I wake up crying because I realize it wasn't true.
Oh,
when
man.
Genki in plug.
That's why we call it Dream Chasers, dude.
The pain that I feel.
Shoddy, I do not know who you are or where you came from, But thank you for blessing me with your fucking spirit.
Okay, no, that guy destroyed the threads on 4chan single-handedly. Do
Yeah,
not bless
absolutely.
him.
No, he did really bad stuff.
Okay.
Shan.
He had a variable, a dynamic IP, so he would shitpost constantly in the V threads until they were unusable. And he kept getting banned, but he had a dynamic IP, so he would just reset his router, and then he'd go back for another round, and then the V threads died. Fuck you, Shoddy.
Nobody could defeat this guy?
Nobody could defeat this guy, not even the mods.
No,
That's
he was too
ridiculous.
powerful.
That's awesome. This guy's a legend and an asshole at the same time.
He really dislike Soku, but for some reason he joined this particular tourney. And so, yeah.
I wish things upon Shoddy, I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemies.
What a story.
Wow.
Alright, what were we saying about...
Okay. Yeah, let's get into... Why is there 2 beginner tournaments? Why is there 2 beginner tournaments and
It's
only
not 2
one...
beginner
Yeah,
tournaments.
okay. Well, one of them...
What?
They're both, like, semi-scrub related. I mean, some people refer to DC participants as scrubs themselves, so we'll just call them scrub brackets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what would happen if we just got rid of DC and we just said, yo, all you guys, you're good enough, you're not beginners, go fucking play Sokusat. You know, and then, assuming we have a consistent Sokusat.
Oh man, please give me a consistent Sokusat. I need to come back to this.
Actually, speaking about that, I know Tess was talking to me, and he said that if he ever isn't able to make a Sokusat, he might ask me to do it, and if not me, maybe Blaze.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, Iris is actually a very good tourney organizer, in my opinion. It's just, it takes a lot of work.
Fake news, I'm terrible.
You don't hit the random seating button.
That's a lie.
Oh man, I'm scared.
Oh boy. So yeah, you were saying we have 2 lower level tournaments, which is open to everyone, but we don't have a consistent schedule, and that's a problem. Now, we can do anything about it. I mean, we can, but you know, Tesla is around. Why would we go and make something else when we can just get him?
Don't take it from him.
So, Genki, I have to ask this one from the outside in. What's the plan then if Tess never gets consistent?
There's a couple of options, but quick disclaimer: I am the official streamer for the podcast and Dream Chasers. You will not see a recurring consistent bracket for all players until DC somehow dies or something like that. Because I run enough as it is. I think Tessiro could pick it up a little bit. Go ahead and continue, Genki.
Well, the plan is... Well, there isn't much to say. It's obviously we make a type of tournament that is open to everyone. That isn't Soku Saturday.
Make me do it for you. That's always the plan.
Obviously, I can't get 0 for this tournaments because I don't think it like 20 different things for as a streamer. I feel like. But yeah, basically, I will need another streamer, and then I will need to change the schedule, which I think would be actually pretty neat because if we get another tournament or we get a Soku Saturday, we'll have the entire month played out like 1 tournament for beginners, 1 tournament for for middle level, and 1 tournament for everyone. Which 1 tournament for every kind of player every month, I think would be pretty good because having a constant stream of tournaments can get pretty boring, you know.
I guess so, and I mean, I've heard from some people that they don't participate in DC because the players are too strong there. And
yes!
I'm like, well, I mean, it's kind of a proving grounds, isn't it? It's not supposed to be easy. You're not, like, tournaments are not supposed to be easy things, but I can see the existence of beginner beatdown being a good thing because newer players and players that are not a very high of skill level, they need peers to compare against, and sometimes DC players are just too much. They're overwhelming. And for something like Sokusat, well, that must be fucking hell for them, huh? Like, Nyttyn, do you participate in both DC and Beginner Beatdown?
Yes.
willywong, do you participate in both of them?
Can I participate in my own tournament?
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, okay, before you were hosting Beginner Beatdown, would you play in Beginner Beatdown?
Yeah.
Would you? Okay, okay. So you might need somebody. I don't know. I think you should play in DC and BB more. You need to evolve as a player, my dude.
I don't play this game as much as I did when I started in general.
I'm playing it more now that I've found a reason to play it.
I see.
You'll see a lot of me in DC and BB from now on.
But apparently, I get stronger when I play, as Fahim states a lot. Or maybe he's just getting weaker.
It might be
Willie, just believe in yourself, man. Just believe in yourself.
I mean, you should always assume that you're the one who's getting better before somebody else, or before assuming somebody else is just getting bad. Like my set with Genki yesterday, I actually didn't acknowledge how good I was getting at the game until I had beaten Agelandro, and then I beat Genki, and then it was, well, I won the tournament. Hey, great stuff. Yeah.
Again, I'm not that good of a meter for levels.
Right. You wanted to shit talk my opinions about my goals.
I mean, I'm not that good.
Look, Zero, not to take away from your win, but you didn't even get to fight Genki. Genki defeated himself far before he got to fight you.
What even means? What? What even means?
Genki, I saw the way you were playing. You were like fighting. It looked like you were desynced and you were fighting some demon in your head instead of the opponent right in front of you.
Genki, I think you should really stop playing with your DDR mat.
Anyway, I get the 2018. No matter how many times I will come back. You'll see me. Anyway, so the tournament, we need to talk also about the fact that, let's see, movement flavor, I think we said pretty much everything. Unless I'm missing something.
No, I think we've gone over the purpose of the tourneys.
Yeah.
Willie,
What?
how do you see BB going in the future? Do you have any plans for that tournament?
That's a good
I don't think anything big is gonna... I don't think me or Elos is gonna change anything big about BB anytime soon.
But
Or maybe at all.
well, let's think about the schedule. Would you still run it at around the same time once a month?
Once a month? Well, I mean, do it bi-weekly, but then Genki wanted to host the lastest finalist DC of December.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting because I always kept it to once a month, but you guys actually want to do it bi-weekly if you can?
Yeah,
Oh,
if
no,
we
not
can.
bi-weekly. Once every 2 weeks. It's the other way around. Bi-weekly is twice a week.
Bi-weekly means 2 times a week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's too much for me. I can't.
That'd
do
be
that.
bi-monthly you want.
I don't even want to open Soku that many times a week.
What about the ban level you guys are thinking of? How do you determine who should be banned out of beginner beatdown?
I am
Well,
also
for-
curious about that.
Like, for right now, we're banning people off based on their perceived skill, how we see how strong they are.
And what
Like-
sort of criteria does that fall under?
Like, whether or not they've had strong showings in previous tournaments, if they played in any previous tournaments at all. But things like, okay, I'll take this as an example. Elos was hosting Beginner's Choice, and Mina won that. But I would say that if Beginner's Choice stayed Beginner's Choice, I would still let Mina play in BB5. But instead, you guys wanted to retcon the timeline and make Beginner's Choice into BB 4.5. And I
That
think,
was to fix technicality.
I think if you guys didn't make that into BB 4.5, I would have kept Mina, and then he would have won BB5.
So, I mean, the tournament is entirely up to you guys. Like, I was just offering my suggestion when I said ban Mina. I mean, yeah. What did Elos think about it?
I have no idea. Why don't you ask him?
I don't
I don't know, because he's not here!
Then you should have gotten him instead of me on the podcast.
It's fine.
You know, you made a good
That's
decision
fine.
banning Mina. You know why? Because he was taught by me. He knows everything I know. He just can't perform it as well yet. Anybody I teach will immediately become a god. Just prepare for that.
Fake news, you taught me, and I'm not.
No, I didn't. I didn't teach
Fake
you
news,
anything.
you don't learn from anyone.
You see,
That's true.
You see, there's information I share with everybody, and there's information I share with my co-hides. People who actually try to learn the character.
Oh, you're part of the Soku Mafia. You're keeping things secret from everyone else.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not letting you guys in on all my tech. I wouldn't be a good player if I told you about all the secrets Patchouli has.
How to beat all of Zero Fuse's tech. Literally just keep grazing and he'll be out of options eventually.
Yeah, that's what Genki did, huh?
Genki was being so
listen, okay, listen up, young man. Listen up. I knew my mistakes, but adjusting them is not that easy, okay?
You green-sworded a jellyfish princess.
I had a complete meltdown in the last game. Come on, man.
Adjusting your mistakes might not be easy, Genki.
Oh man, I'm going to get shit on forever. Gosh darn it. Oh.
Probably.
So, let's see. Anything else we are missing about tournaments? I don't think we talk about WB, we talk about DC. We are going to have another DC this coming week because this week was the podcast week. The next one is DC week. We will have. Let me check. Dream Chasers 18 Indomitable Assault. Nice. So be there.
I'll be there.
Hold on. Did we talk about the seeding process? How seeding is done and kind of explain what happened?
I was bitching about the fact that I had that really bad seeding, but we didn't talk about how seeding is done, actually, so that's a good topic.
So I've got something to bring up about that. I've noticed a lot of players since complain they feel like they're getting, the newer players especially, they feel like they're being put against unfair opponents in round one. What do you have to say about that?
I can explain this if Genki doesn't know how to.
Well, there's a lot to explain about this. So, in the first place, someone is going to get it. Doesn't matter, someone is going to get it. We can't avoid that, especially if the tournament is open to everyone. So you get U, NA, SA, even Asia sometimes.
Sometimes. We have only a couple Asian players who join our tournament.
That shouldn't happen though. Asia, please. We can't have you. So basically, you can get angry, it's understandable, but someone else is going to get it. I'm sorry. But overall seeding is done in such a way, we try to connect people, specifically in the case of Soku, we try to connect people that can play each other well. So for example, AU versus NA is mostly fine. And we try to connect also people that can host and someone that can't host, so we can spread the hostability through the entire seeding. Sadly, that kinda goes out of the window when we don't have enough people that can host, people that can't host, which is why I was talking about you people talking about zero tier and the fact that you people should get zero tier or machi or anything so you can host somehow.
I mean, the upside is you get to do a coin flip, and then you get to either exit or advance the tournament a lot faster.
I mean, it's better because it's faster, but it's worse for the player.
It's not as fun, I can tell you that.
Depends. I like the rock paper scissors.
But in general, if somebody feels like they're getting paired up, let's say you're a beginner beatdown player, you get Blaze first round. You actually want to get Blaze first round. And tournament organizers will do it so that the worst players play against the best players in the beginning. Because if they don't do that, then that means that good players start going to the losers bracket, where they start beating the shit out of all the other players. Meanwhile, if you make all the bad players lose first, they go down to losers bracket, and they actually fight against people in a similar skill level to them.
Yes, I second that notion. But I also want to list the priorities for seeding. So, in my opinion, I think the priority goes a little bit like this. You first want to seed by hostability, and then you want to seed by region, and then you want to seed by skill level. So you have to go in this order in order to kind of get the bracket you're looking for. And it's not so much rigging as much as you think it is. It's to make the bracket playable and more realistic. Because if we have our best players to beat each other up constantly, well then, I don't know, you could have like Adept versus Tan, and Adept could end up in loser's bracket on round 1. And where he could have been in round 2 should he had fought somebody of a bit lower skill level. And like, you know, because it just seems like that you would want to make it more realistic that higher level players make it higher into the bracket on the winner's side than having them kill each other early on. Who was it that made the bracket where like Blaze Dragon, Ionator, IROC, all the best players they knocked each other out instantly? Who made that bracket?
That was in a Soku set, I think. I forget. Wait, no.
There's an image with Piccolo floating around, and it's like the best bracket ever. I need to find that image.
No, and actually the Soku set I won, I basically won it because the seeding was all fucked up, and a bunch of really good players just instantly had to eliminate each other, and I got to dodge a lot of them.
Rigged.
Yeah. I mean, I still had to fight like Chiki-chan, Kujibiki, and Siva, and they're really good, but I didn't have to fight like, who was it that was really good in that tournament? It was like Adept, and I think maybe Freudia was in there. Yeah, Freudia used to do tournaments, crazy stuff.
I also remember that when I tried to do a tournament, I wound up accidentally screwing over 1 or 2 players. You know?
But yeah, overall, don't feel bad if you get seeded against somebody good. Just get good. Just play the game. Just get good.
Get good.
And hey, there is the losers bracket, which may be bad, but you can still survive and get through.
Like I remember when I started playing Soku, you guys are pampered. You have a nice beginner channel. You know, you get cute little matchups like Roku versus Willy. When I was starting off playing Soku, I was getting matchups like I would host, and then Adept or Clemper or somebody like that would join my host. And then it was terrible in the sense that I would lose constantly, but then they would teach me stuff, and I would become good friends with them. So that's what matters. You gotta make friends.
What about...
Do you know how it feels when I put up a host and Valiant joins with its 25 ping internet? Not even maybe 25,000 ping internet. I don't know.
Yeah, 25 would be good. 25,000 would be better.
What about when the original Soku Saturday actually was no losers bracket tournament? No, wait, it was
just all best of one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think there was one time where there was only best of one without losers bracket.
Yep, that's how I won.
So what you're saying is that in order to win that, I just need to wait for the tournament organizers to fuck up.
Oh, no, just get good. I mean, I still beat good people to win. I just only had to beat them once. And then never to look at them again.
We're basically saying that even if we fuck up some of our stuff, we are way better than how it was in the past. That's all. But still, you know.
We try.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think in a couple months we might have to update that seating host list too. The one that the bomb made.
Right, yeah. Thank you, Zero. Now I remember. I think after this podcast, I'll announce the next Dream Chaser, and I'll kindly ask of you people to check this PDF I'll post, where we have all the people that play Soku and have a certain type of host ability and where they live, etc., etc. So please check it, see if you are there, and if you are not, please PM me so I can add you. It's really important for seeding.
So we're still on the topic of tournaments, but I'm just curious, like, how often should tournaments happen? Like, do we need that many in a single month? Like, give me your idea of what a good number of brackets are per month.
Personally, I think that right about now, let me pick up the calendar. Let's see, it's here, blah, 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 blah. Right here. So, the calendar. So right now in the calendar, you can see the month went about one Dream Chaser, Gaiden, Beginner Beatdown, Soku Saturday, Podcast Today, and then Dream Chasers. This pretty much means that there was one middle level tourney, one spin-off tourney, one beginner tourney, one free-for-all tourney, and then again one middle level tourney. So personally, I believe that if we add one tournament for every kind a month, that would be the ideal. So the beginners get one chance, the middle level gets one chance, and then you get to try really, really, really hard on Soku Saturday one time.
I think I have to slightly disagree. I get what you're going for here, but I think given our player base's skill distribution, I think a one beginner, two mid-level, one all-level schedule would be better, just personally speaking.
Yeah, but remember, like a lot of our better players still only have the one event that they can participate in. Remember, they're banned from DC. They only get Sokuset, and if that doesn't happen every week, well then you run out of opportunity or like players' motivation to actually play the game. Like if there's a consistent bracket every week, like Sokuset, then they wouldn't really get bored of playing. They'd constantly have something to join. Now, if you take if you now reduce that to one Sokuset per month, well, I don't know, it gets kind of boring. You only get 12 tournaments that year.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Is it time to bring back meme chasers then?
No,
dude, bring back meme chasers. I miss
That's
meme
okay,
chasers.
guys. Check this spin-off out. Bean is beat down.
God
That's a good
Next
one.
week. Next
Okay,
week on the 3rd. Bean is beat down.
It's an interception. Our goal is to get JT to second place.
God damn. Okay, wait. Jesus. Okay, wait. Maybe then it would be better to have 2 Soku Saturdays a month, so you get a grand total of 24 tournaments. Ideally speaking, if we get a consistent, schedule.
It would have to be one Sokusat and one something else. Do you honestly think Tess could do 2 Sokusats a month?
Okay, so for example, instead of having like this month we have 2 Dream Chasers, so maybe it would be better to have Dream Chaser, Gaiden, Love Me Senpai, Beginner Beatdown, Soku Saturday podcast, and then again Soku Saturday. Technically, that would be probably better.
If not Sokusat every week, Rand, you'd have to take that up with Tess.
Yeah, the problem is that you need to probably about this with Tess and see what's up. But I think probably having 2 Soku Saturday a month is a good idea because we have so many strong players that don't have any any place to play, like seriously, I mean, and show off. And I think that's really important. Oh wait, Tessia.
What, does he want to join?
I don't know, but he is in the...
Alright, so I think we've covered most of our bases. Is there anything left that we would like to discuss?
There is mostly shielding.
Yes,
We gotta show Willie's thing.
No, before we show Willie, we gotta show Fran. Remember. Wait,
I will shield Fran, but hold on. Why isn't there a meme chasers again? Why did it die? Bring it back.
Okay,
The
the reason why meme chasers died is because there are 2 different ways we could do meme chasers. One is that either we could have preset decks, which are like predefined meme decks, whatever, and people can run with those and they have to download the profile. Or 2, well, we can have a list of banned cards and cards that we allow that are actually meme cards. And then, so the problem with all of these is like, what defines a meme? Like, why is this deck more meme than my normal deck? Like, what is a fucking meme? And then we get into these problems where, one guy's meme has like 4 Gugnirs in his deck, and then the other guy's meme is running like Patchouli as like a fucking tank, and none of this is consistent. And then, people start complaining, and then at the end of the day, I just don't know what to do with myself anymore.
Fuck it, just make new rules for every bracket. Just say, okay, this is what we're rolling with this week, don't take it seriously, this is supposed to be a joke tournament to begin with. But then you get players like Small NDU who are just completely tryhard and they forget the purpose of the tournament. Like, you one bracket, you had a rule set where people could ban one character, and nobody fucking used it. Like,
Yeah,
why didn't nobody...
Weird.
that was so pointless. Like, I used it. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, dude. If I have to fight Genki, I'm gonna ban Yomu. Give me your mailing.
Look, if I ever do Meme Chasers again, I'm going to take Noramac's suggested rule set, which basically is I'm going to get like 3 commentators, and we're just going to do like single elim, and then the way we're going to decide the victor of each round is not by who actually wins the game, but rather we're going to have score. Alright, we're going to be examining every single match and saying, okay, I give this guy's meme gameplay a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give that guy's meme gameplay a 5 out of 10. And then we aggregate all of these scores and decide who actually advances to the next round.
That sounds great.
Like 7 hours.
What the fuck? That sounds great.
It's the only way we can properly meme.
You'd also have to put a participation cap in it, because otherwise it would, again, take 7 hours.
Yeah, it'll be best of one. But yeah, we would have to stream literally every game. So yeah, that's does that answer your question?
Yes. I mean, if you want to run with those rules, I think it's tryable. I don't know. You have to give me something to work with here. Like, why should I play it? Like, what rules would I be playing with?
Because the thing about this tournament is that it's more open to every skill level than any tournament in existence. Alright, you don't even have to be good to win. You can be terrible at Soku and be the #1 grand champion of this new Meme Chasers rule set because you know how to joke around better than anybody else. And, you know, we really need to appreciate a sense of humor in this day and age. I feel like we started to lose our attachment to that.
Yeah, with I mean, with Kachika and Saber the other day, just BMing constantly. Like you said, you may be good at Soku, but are you good in morals?
Are you a good person? I don't think so.
I'm a good person.
I mean, if you run with that kind of rule set and that kind of, like, judging, I think it's going to be funny because you'll end up with a lot of salty players. You'll get a lot of salty players out of this.
Yeah, I didn't say we're bringing back Meme Chasers. I'm just talking in theory here.
Okay, okay. If you're talking in well, in theory, if you brought it back, I think it would work, and I think we should try it.
You just have to put the word "work" around a lot of quotation marks. But yeah, that is the theoretical plan that may or may not be enacted.
There was something I wanted to talk about. Let me see.
We still need to talk about friends combo thing.
We were gonna show.
Also that, but
It's time to show another combo video that'll take months to come out.
God bless.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, yeah, basically, Fran's taking combo clips and compiling them into another video that'll take forever to come out. DM them to him or ping for questions, whatever, yeah. I think he wants some in replays instead of video files.
While we talk about it, I'm actually going to play Fran's combo video. The one that he put together from the last combo video, or I'm sorry, the last combo contest.
Yeah, the one where that one Iku felt very cucked. Aren't you guys revamping the world?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of this.
I think so.
So the thing about the last combo contest is that, I mean, I helped Fran a little bit on the organizing, but I didn't actually do any of the compilations, the judge. Okay, well, I did like judging on like 5 of them, right? Or 10 of them. I don't remember, but he's not gonna run it the same way this time. This time around, it's gonna be a little bit different because the first time he ran the combo contest, it was not supposed to be a very serious thing. He just wanted to put together a whole bunch of memes and hopefully people would be interested in it. And he ended up getting like 68 submissions for combos or something like that. And that's just a whole lot for one man. And he's like, wow, what the fuck? This is actually kind of popular. Maybe I should take this a little bit more seriously. And so that's kind of like where I stepped in and I was like, okay, so I have some suggestions on how you could run this. And we kind of just worked out some rules on how the combo contest would work and how things would be scored. But we ended up with a lot of salty runbacks where Valiant is just like, dude, what the fuck? They classified my combo as a BNB? You fucking degenerates?
Let's not even talk about the bomb.
And then
Wait.
I mean the bomb too. He's
So
not wrong because we
we
misinterpreted the information.
To be fair, Zero Fuse, you need a very high fuse to understand the bomb.
Okay. Do we get the lore and the background story of every combo? Because I think that's important for the next, combo video. I mean, the bomb was really angry about it.
Dude, I'm not interested in the lore. Your
I
combo
get-
sucks.
But the lore is important.
Okay, so what I know about the new combo contest, this is strictly run by Burger. Like, he organized everything. He wrote a program that's gonna, like, basically give you a base score on your performance in the combo. It's really hard to describe, because he's got a couple of criteria that he's looking for. He's got a few criteria. One of them is, like, does the combo limit? How far into the limit does it go? Does it use any weather? It's just real strange and different things. But now he's got multiple judges. He's got like 3 actual judges that either came to him and asked to be a judge, and it's all going to be done in secret. So you don't know who the judges are. I don't know who the judges are. But once you submit your combo to Fran, they're all going to collaborate together to put this video combo contest and stuff together, and hopefully come out with satisfactory results. That way we don't get people like, I don't know, Fahim, who doesn't get, like, noticed well enough, or Valiant, whose combos are just not BNBs or something. How else can I put it? Stop fucking complaining! Submit your combos! We had to go through this entire rule set just because nobody was happy about the first combo contest. It's not run by me, it's run by Fran Burger, but it'll be successful. You just gotta trust him. Believe in Fran Burger. Amen?
Man, I love how much effort he didn't put into this script.
Believe in Fran, he doesn't have a problem.
Oh yeah, I remember. He came to me. Some days ago. Well, I think 2 days maybe. I posted for the podcast the new character that we're going to talk about. I asked people for the poll, And let's see, we have 5 votes for Raisin, 7 votes for Alice.
No!
7 votes. What?
No Alice.
Get out!
Just delete out.
7 votes for Suika, 6 votes for Sana, 7 votes for Emilia, 5 votes for Aya, 11 votes for Patchouli, but 35 for Gachimuchi. Perfect.
Oh,
Alright, so our guests are Advice Owl, Zaton, I don't know, who else can we get in here?
Normac?
Yeah, I don't know, I don't think Normac is quite as Gachimuchi aficionado as those two.
I think you're overlooking somebody. Bring in Madoka. Madoka is very pro gachi.
Oh, we can bring in Zophie.
Zophie? Well, I mean, it makes sense. We get a lot of moaning. That's very fitting for a gachi. Gachi is a very good Soku character.
Zophie Moan.
But seriously, 7 votes for Kari and 32 votes for Tenshi. Damn, that's a lot of votes.
my main! Woo!
Who wants to see Tenshi? Like, what are you gonna do? Learn how to escape from pressure? It doesn't even exist. Like, just graze!
Okay, guys, here's how you play Tenshi. It's me, who's a top 2 Tenshi player?
Me too.
Hi, I'm a top 2 Tenshi player.
This is how you press 6B. You hold 6, and you press your B button. Wow,
That's
free pressure.
bullshit. That's bullshit. It's X on my keyboard.
Oh.
Look, you just build up meter, you world creation press, you fuck it up, and then you get the cross up anyway. It's fine.
Man, I sure do love free pressure.
So yeah, next podcast we will have a Tenshi play.
Oh jeez. Okay, who are we bringing in? I think we gotta have Crab.
No, why? What?
We gotta have Crab. He's one of the best members of our community. We have to have Crab.
We'll get Crab on this.
Oh, this doesn't even play anymore.
Let's go, Crab. Get on the podcast.
No, on this plays AOCF Tenchi. It's like the same thing.
There's beyond Crab. There's also, I think, Mega.
Yeah, no, Megapatchy also wants to do Tenchi. I don't know. There's like very few strong Tenchis that we could.
I can shitpost about Tenchi lore.
That's
We
great.
can have,
That's great.
We can have the best Tenchi player of all time.
Everyone cares about lore more than the actual gameplay.
Or guy here that is going to absolutely main Tenchi forever.
Yep. I want to main Tenchi forever. We'll see you next DC.
Just let Blaze do every character episode from now on.
Aw, man, that's awful.
Except you, Yuko.
Except you.
Oh wait, from now on, we already did that one.
Gary, no offense, dude, but all the old Tenchi players that were like really good at the game, I don't see them anymore.
Nah, dude, they never existed. I never knew them.
Okay, well, Mabel was one of them.
He was an Iku.
He was also a Tenchi and a Patchouli.
Whatever.
Wow. Wow, my combat kid.
I don't know, Genki, who were some strong Tenchis in the past?
Oddness was probably the one I knew because I played against him many times. So that's my first pick, but it doesn't play anymore that much, and he's definitely behind on meta and everything, so I don't feel like that's a good choice. I know that Kenete plays Tenchi and he's pretty good, so maybe that's one choice that we can get to. Who else? I think, if I remember correctly, most of the Tenchi main.
Well, considering the absence, you can just get like one of the few pro Tenchis we have, one newer Tenchi, and have the newer Tenchi bounce questions and stuff off the older Tenchi.
Dude, look at this Yomu go. Holy shit.
It's
Wow,
just
there's so
stuff.
much damage.
Just keep coming, just keep coming.
Kanadu? Was Kanadu a Tenchi player?
Yeah, he is. It's pretty strong.
You see, I do want Ron 33, and I think he'd be very good for the podcast, but I was kind of going to ask him for, like, the Yukari episode, because I think he feels much more passionate about Yukari than he does for Tenchi. And then there's actually Tessiro. Tessiro used to play Tenchi, right?
Really?
Tessiro used to play, right? Period.
Yeah.
Just one Soku set.
Yesterday, I don't want to have to deal with another one.
Don't come to Soku set yesterday.
Don't come to Sokuset yesterday. You're pretty good.
Some of you guys are alright.
Okay, is there anything else we have to shill for now?
I feel like there isn't anything anymore.
Your video channel, Fuse.
Oh, right!
Theoretically.
Oh, okay. I got two more server-related things to talk about. The first one is... Actually, I'm sorry, it's the new mods. Yep, I'm sorry. So, welcome to Zim and Zophie, the newest mods to our addition, or in addition to our server. I can't talk too much about their history in the server. I know Zophie's been kind of a big meme, but, I mean, I think she's a good addition to the server because she seems very thoughtful. I think she has a lot of good intentions for the server and wants to help out people a lot more than you originally expected her to. And Zim? Well, Zim's got the opinions. I like Zim.
Yeah, he's got the hottest of opinions. Not only that, he's also an alien.
Yeah, the server is just stuffed with mods now. We all just, like, stuffed ourselves in our truck and we're cramped together. But you know what? I think it'll be alright.
It doesn't matter. Okay, here, let's do a quick test. Willie, name off every mod you can think of. Yeah, right now.
Okay, so there's Genki, Zaton, Iris, Zerofi. You guys all in here are mods.
Yeah. Okay.
Except Willy.
Go
Okay,
on.
there's Zim and Zophie, as you just said.
Right.
Tessiro is a mod. Hazelin is a mod. Spike. Dr. Wolf and Gary are mods of the beginners channel.
Not channel specific mods, just the global mods.
Hey, I mean, if you can name channel mods too, that's good.
Yeah.
And Oddness is cute posting.
Yep.
There we go.
True.
What else? Am I forgetting someone?
Well, that's challenge.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Do you give up?
Yeah, I give up.
Alright, you missed Aristocrat, Blaze, M. Fahim, Fear Nagai, Freudia. You missed Nyttyn, even though he's in this channel right now.
Didn't I say everyone in the podcast channel?
Well, you didn't name Nyttyn specifically.
That doesn't count?
Okay, you got nyttyn, but then you still missed Vienna, and yeah, you missed like 5 or 6 mods.
Zero Fuse?
We have too many mods.
Sorry,
Kick some of them off.
Fear Nagai, that's the one.
Yeah, he missed Fear, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it doesn't matter that we have too many mods. I just did a quick test to show most people can't even name half the mods.
Wait, did Ionator officially step down?
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Dude, why isn't Thanuros? If Thanuros was a mod, he'd probably shut us all down. He's got that mod
Thanuros even
history.
still alive?
Of course he is.
He is. He's pretty strong.
Technically.
Yeah. Sidious did leave the server at that time. Okay, but outside of the mods, there was something in the works that I think we had an announcement for in the past, and it was the creation of the videos channel, and that was going to be placed in the general category right next to music. And the proposed rules were something like it's going to be used for dumping GIFs, YouTube links, I don't know, Vimeo links if you use that, Nico Doodle video links, webums, MP4s, basically anything video related, and you use this channel as sort of a dump. You just, I don't know, you just dump videos there. There's a whole lot of reasons for like wanting to have this channel, and there's also some argument against it. One of the arguments against it is that we already have channel related or topic related channels for the kind of video that you would be posting. And to that I say, well, we also talk about Soku in a whole lot of other channels, don't we? Like the shitposting channel. People play Soku.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people play Soku and shitposting. The lewd channel. I was asked to play Soku from the lewd channel before, and then I did. I guess sometimes cute posting. And I mean, talks about like anime can also happen outside of the anime channel. It can happen in the videos channel. Well, once again, the shitposting channel, because the shitposting channel just has everything. And I also, like, I know shitposting channel, the purpose of shitposting channel is to, like, be kind of spammy, be kind of a very free area. But the thing is that the channel still has a purpose, and that, I mean, it still has conversation, the kind of conversation that we don't want to, I don't know, have interrupted, I guess. And the videos channel would help kind of contain these types of videos, this type of content. So you would have somewhere to go to have the topic of videos. You want to dump videos, you want to have somewhere to go to and look at videos, just get your dopamine addiction and just scroll for days. That's what the video channel's purpose is. And I don't know...
the dopamine.
I don't know, fuck. Go ahead and give me what you guys think about it. I mean, I am going to run the channel probably today or tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. I'll give it a couple days, maybe a week, and if nobody likes it, then it'll be gone.
I'm literally just gonna dump semi-lewd MMD videos. That's it.
Oh man, please no.
Semi-lewd.
I can't wait for a Toho Gachi Muchi video.
I don't think it's an awful idea or anything. I just don't think anyone's.
I'm somebody. Yeah.
Debatable.
Really makes you think, huh?
Debatable. Oh damn.
Oof.
You're right. I'm Irish. I don't have a soul.
So the channel is kind of whatever then?
I feel it's a good idea. It's surely
like,
not.
It's like, I don't know, it's good. I like the idea. That's why I proposed it.
It's a good idea.
I mean, we could have had a channel that's dedicated to... Oh shit, it's Dio Brando! Okay, we could have had a channel that's dedicated to, like Soku videos, Soku GIFs and stuff like that, but you can't really... I don't know, I feel a channel for that one is specifically just not good enough, because you could always post those things in the main Soku channels, and well, you'd still be on topic. But if you have a channel that's dedicated to literally everything, then... I mean, you wouldn't be really restricted, I guess. I don't know. You could still post your stuff there. We could start having pins on like, I don't know, series-based things. Like, we could have a pin related to every Soku podcast ever, every Dream Chasers ever, every Soku set ever. That's just some of the things that were in the back of my head when I was making the proposal for this channel.
That's the dream. I think it's a good idea. I'm going to use the channel myself. That's literally all I care about. As far as the community goes, I don't care about those people.
Okay, so we're looking at about 2 hours, 18 minutes in. We had ourselves a pretty nice podcast. It's just about time to close up, but I got one more thing for you guys. And that is our Q&A session. Before we close out, we got to get that out of the way. If you guys have any questions now, you better say them now. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until next podcast. And
I can't wait for someone to ask me to unban them from beginner beatdown.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Normac already asked a question, so I'm going to go ahead and answer that. Normac asked, why are mods not listed separately on the right-hand side where the user listed? Yeah.
Please answer this.
So the reason why we do this is because we used to have it in the past where mods were displayed separately, and the problem with that is that people would assume that just because the mod is online, that he would be looking at the channel, that he would not be, playing a video game or something like that, that we would basically be constantly expected 24/7 to be making sure that not even a slight amount of shitposting was going on. And that's not realistic. So the reason why we took it away is because we want to encourage users to actually notify mods that there's shitposting going on that we need to handle, or that there's something going on that we need to handle. We need to get users to come to us instead of just expecting us to constantly be there.
I don't know, it's kind of funny though, because when you think about it, some people didn't know. Like willywong today, for instance, didn't know who all the mods were. So one of the pros of having them be separate and be viewable is that, you know who you could ping at the time in order to, ask them to take care of something, but I don't know.
I think Willie is actually one of the more knowledgeable people, so I expect most people to know less about who the mods are.
Yes.
Yay, I'm smart.
Yay.
Yay.
Actually, an example of that, I know that the Soku Beginner channel has moved down one slot, and the beginners have been bitching about it all day. Do you know why I haven't fixed that? Because nobody has actually tried notifying the mods. I know it's a problem. I'm not gonna fucking fix it until you guys tell me you need it fixed. So yeah, you guys need to actually be more active. See, we moved it down even lower now. It's beneath Turney channel now.
So, before Normac destroy the chat with the shit posting, Gay asked me, Gay, what did he ask me? Where are you?
How did the fight feeling, me fucker?
Exactly. It was okay. I don't know why you worry about that much. It was okay. You know your stuff, but you can do better, obviously. I can do better. Everyone can do better. It was cool, but you need to keep it up. You need to do better. We need to do better. That kind of stuff. Well, okay, man. Chill.
Okay, I did want to ask willywong and nyttyn. This is actually your first time on the podcast. I want to know, did you enjoy the experience today? We've had podcasts in the past that last 3 hours, but today we're not reaching that, thankfully, because we're not even covering a character. But what was your experience today? Did you like it? Would you find yourself on the podcast again? Would you suggest anybody else to be on the podcast?
Look, man, I'm only here because you asked me to.
Yeah, Genki, to be specific.
Well, I mean, whatever, is talking. I feel like, I don't know.
Sad? You're about to cry?
Gotcha.
Can I leave yet?
Got him!
I've been silent most of the time because I don't really have any comment on what happens most of the time.
Poor Ron.
Aww.
I just... No opinion, I'll deal with it. I don't care much.
You're an appreciated member of the community, and I hope you stay with us forever and ever and ever, and don't worry, even if you try leaving, you'll be back.
Welcome back.
Enjoy your stay.
Yes, enjoy your stay.
As for me, I think I enjoyed it, but that's because I'm a talkative bitch. One of those gossipy girls. I think I would definitely like to come back again, if for nothing else, because I want to war dump about Tenchi, because I have very strong opinions here.
Oh, Zero. Shiramiro has a question you could probably answer.
Very strong.
Hold on, I have to actually scroll through the fucking shit posting. Thanks, Normac. Hold on.
When are you going to ask for ideas for the podcast again? You should make an easier way to do it.
I'm sorry, say that again?
He's asking, when are you going to ask for ideas for the podcast again? You should make an easier way to do it.
Okay, so one of the reasons I don't always go to the community to ask how the podcast should run is because they don't always know what they want. I've run surveys in the past and actually went out and asked people individually in private messages to see like the things they would like to talk about, the things they would want to hear us talk about, and any other people that they'd want to be on the podcast, and if they would want to be on the podcast themselves. And the funny thing is that a lot of these responses were like, well, they didn't really have anybody to suggest. They didn't really have too many topics in mind, and they also did not want to be on the podcast themselves. And I'm telling you, this is the majority of the feedback that I got. So I could always ask you guys, like, what do you want to talk about? But I also don't want to like bother you constantly because I know that you also seek entertainment, something that we can provide. And so if we are able to organize and handle the podcast by ourselves, well, then we can come up with a way that the podcast is both entertaining and knowledgeable at the same time. We don't always talk about the things you guys want to hear about, want to talk about amongst yourselves, and I recognize this. But I mean, you could always take it upon yourself to suggest things to me and Genki, because suggestions are always open. We want to hear what you guys want to hear about, and we also want to talk about those things. I feel that's very important. Today was kind of a generic rollback, recent event kind of episode. And I mean, it went for a long time because it turns out if you don't do events or a podcast for a month, a lot of shit starts to build up.
Ooh,
and that's and we ended up getting a little rusty. Like, just look at the intro today. That was ridiculous.
I just got lost for a moment.
Yeah, let me imitate it. Hey.
Hey, Gambit. Hey, Genki. Norm Mac, the woman meeting asks, Genki, why do you keep choking?
God damn it. Ask my lawyer.
Advice Hour has a good question as well. What the fuck, this shit is still going?
Yes. Next question.
Next question.
It happens,
Okay, we got a question.
Oh, we have one from Lunatic Guys or Sangers.
There we go.
Nyttyn, are you gay?
Bisexual. Next question.
Too easy. Too easy.
And now we know. Okay, so anyway.
What a scrub, I'm trisexual.
Lunatic.
Wow. What a god.
What's the third one?
Quadrisexual?
That's not what I meant. Okay. We got a question from Lunatic Ryzen, who asks, why won't you call me Lunatic? Well, Sanger Zonvolt, the reason we don't call you Lunatic is because you're not lunatic. You're not crazy, and we recognize you as a Yukari player. You are Sanger Zonvolt. And you'll always be Sanger Zonvolt in my eyes. You may convince other people that you are Lunatic Eyes, but you will never convince me. You are Sanger. Next question.
We have one from Silver Fox. Nyttyn, wanna fuck?
No. Next question.
More like Silver Fox.
What a god.
Are people actually required to use Hamachi or Zero Tier if none of the two opposing players can host an attorney? They're not required, but if you don't and you have to coin flip, we're not really going to feel sorry for it. We're just going to coin flip you. So yeah, use Zero Tier if you actually want to play and you know you can't host.
Indeed.
About 12 shekels at all. About 12 shekels.
Genki, can you say Ost one more time? Ost?
Ost.
Oh yeah, I tend to do the H too much. It's like
no, other way around. You don't do the host. You don't do the H enough.
Then how do you say it?
Host.
Oh, host.
Mia asks,
It's like
why do you think you're good at 100% OJ? Answer, I paid $2 for a broken character. Next question.
He's right! He's right about it!
Is there going to be an Ethanol's tournament? Where are we at? I don't know. One of these days.
Yu asks, Satorialist asks, where's Morphman? Is he going to be in the podcast in the future? Is he coming back? Yeah, today Morphman was actually absent because, I know, we didn't get the hot Morphman opinions, but he's actually playing in the Eternal Fighter Zero tournament right now, and he's very big in the EFZ community.
It ended just as we started the podcast, by
He's
the way.
very big because it's a pond of like 12 fish.
Really? It ended that quickly?
Wow.
It's a pond
Yeah.
with 12 fish.
You know what? Why
Apparently.
don't we need to make an EFZ channel here in Hisouten? Fuck.
What?
I mean,
No, you could just hang on the ship.
It's a
for that one.
Tassafro game. We can do it.
What is this technology? Are you trying to steal people from the actual channel?
It's just like how we did with the AOCF channel. Like that's not Soku, but we made it anyway, and people play. We actually
So
have
now, bitch.
What is your ultimate plan? What are you trying to do?
Hisouten is not restricted to just one game, and you could say that for a fact because we also play Phantasmagoria, Flower View, 100% fucking orange juice, and well,
Good game.
Hey, OG is important.
we had Civilization. We had a Civilization channel before, didn't we?
Yeah, we even used to have a chess roll.
True.
We still have it, don't we?
Dude, I don't know. I don't use that.
We do.
And then there's also fighting games, which is every fighting game except for Soku.
Oh, look, there it is. Chest at the top, right under Blaze Blue.
When will you stop playing Shifubot? Never! He's the best girl in the game! Fuck you, you got the best team too!
Also, I can't answer that question.
Mina asks, when can I be on the podcast?
Right now, get in.
Mina,
Get in here.
Mina, listen to me.
God damn it, Mina!
As soon as we talk about patchouli on an episode, I'm dragging your ass, and you don't have a choice. We will discuss the nature of books together.
But I'm illiterate.
He also asked, Genki, why do you play shit characters in OJ?
I ain't already. Man. No, okay? I play good characters. They are honest characters, they have to work hard, get the right roles.
Okay, Tap Dancing Crab Demon says, Zero Fizz, did you know that there was no Patchy in hell? So have fun watching your shit turnies over and over again for all eternity /S. Well, yeah, that's true. There may not be a Patchy in hell, but I defeat hell if I don't go there when I die. See, when I die, I already figured out that I'd end up in Gensokyo, so the joke's on you.
Not me,
Next
I'm going
question.
straight. No, I'm Irish.
Next question, Zero Fuse. If forced to choose, would you rather have Patchouli be a big boob bimbo or a cute Shota?
Hey, that's not fair. This is a question from Nyttyn.
Holy fuck, hold on. I've been asked this before. Who the hell was it?
Oh, really?
I was singing that song too.
Oh, God. Why do you ask these questions?
Yes, Tutorialist. Ethanols is very active and alive nowadays. If you want to play, just come by.
I guess the first option. Why would I go for a straight Shota? No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, by the way, if you know any Onesans that want to SS with a cute little Asian boy, hit me up.
Yo, what, mate?
Yeah, sure. I'll hit you up. Give me those digits.
Okay. There's no in between, is there, Zim? Huh? It has to be thick or thin. No, she can't just.
It's called stick.
No, it's
called stick.
It's not a stick because she's
stick.
She's not a washing board. She's petite. She's about a C cup.
Oh, I see.
Dude, petite is not C cup. What have you been drinking?
Wait, really?
Yeah, true.
No, petite is like A to B.
No.
What? No, that's B at best. B to C, not A to B.
No, you heard me.
I disagree.
You the alphabet.
Like, most women don't have C cups and you're calling that petite.
What are we even discussing about? I'm not sure this is part of the topic.
No, keep going. Good question.
Okay, I think we have time for like three more questions at most.
Zatan's dead.
Yes,
Zatan's dead, so you can't answer that question.
Irish, who are you?
I'm me.
Nice.
Weren't you already casted myself?
Yeah, you were already in the
a...
meeting. I don't want to debate anything with you anymore. Get out!
Think you can't handle the opinions.
When will Zatan overthrow Spike? Never. Spike is our only dictator now.
I think you underestimate Zatan's power level.
Spike was always the president.
Don't do it, Zatan. I have the high ground.
Alright, Zim says, give me a Soku Senpai? You have to find it yourself, then. Well, who do you
Ask Mega Patchy.
No, he's a Suika player, right?
He's Tenshi, Suika, and Koma.
2018 is the year of Genki. I'll do literally anything to make sure it happens.
Thank you for your support.
Elos asks, do any of you expect for the Soku community to die in the near or far future?
Okay, for that one, I would say to refer to our history podcast. We had, I think it was episode 4, where Theana did a big thing, helped the podcast out, and we had a timeline put together. And if you go back and watch the 4th Hisouten podcast, we talk about the future of Hisouten community as well. We could always talk about that again, and I don't think it's going to die anytime soon. And in fact, we've been growing over the past 2 years. Or I'm sorry, over the past year and a half.
Well, die when Melee does.
Think about it, too.
Yeah, basically expecting it to die is too optimistic.
The problem, though, is that we have that problem in the future about the VPN, if you remember.
Tutorials, I think we are at... I want to say we're pretty stable on our growth right now. If we wanted to start expanding our community as... I don't know, as actively as possible, we have to start, like, going out of our way to go throw links to Reddit, go throw links in irrelevant places, and that's not really something I want to do. Because
go to Evo and heal.
I mean, yeah, you got to do it in relevant places, and that's really all I try to do.
Bring more Momiji posters to Trump rallies.
So, by the way, Genki, that's not really an issue because at the moment, IPv4 isn't going anywhere for
I see.
So to conclude, I think within the next year, the growth and activity is going to be about the same.
Pretty good. Sounds pretty good for a game like Soku. I mean, it's pretty niche in a way, and the community is. I'll be honest, the community is fucking strange. You fucking degenerates.
Yo.
Speak for yourself.
But wait, that's the thing. I love you all because we are all together in this big mess of a thing. It's nice because...
Genki, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a cute, innocent cinnamon roll.
Dude, you can't even stop yourself from changing your fucking avatar constantly when you're on a podcast.
Shut up, Shifu is the best. Anyway, I like you all and because we are able this strange thing and it's beautiful, I think. Also, I think it's the only community where I can say gay, like as a joke. I feel like, you know, like gay pressure, that kind of thing.
You think other communities take the word too seriously?
I feel so.
I see.
Venus, that's beautiful.
No, all the other communities I go to are even less strict.
Yeah, we're pretty open to. It's pretty open. Like I feel the best part about the Soku community is that.
Wait, Genki, wait. Is this why I was asked why I was gay? Because you love me? Is this a confession?
Sorry, man. I disagree.
Well, Satori,
I love you.
I don't think that an AOCF role would necessarily make Soku lose a lot of players. They're very different games. I don't think it shares the same level of like the same people that are interested in the gameplay style of Soku are not interested in the gameplay style of AOCF.
Yeah, I can attest to that. I'm in both servers. The people who post in AOCF are I barely recognize the same people between the two.
Yeah, I mean, I like AOCF, but there aren't many cross users. Cross players? Wait, no, the crossplay is something completely different. I can't say that.
Are we sure? I think it's in the topic.
Oh man, I can't wait to play June and Soku.
Oh man.
I think that just about concludes it for today. Sanger, I'm sorry that you hate me. You'll just have to come to terms with how I feel about your name. So, as for the upcoming events, the end of the shilling, I will tell you guys that in 1 week we will have our next Dream Chasers. Am I correct, Genki? Am I right?
Absolutely. Check out the announcements. You're going to get ping. Your ass is going to get ping. You're going to see the announcement. Please check the announcement. You will see the announcement. For Dream Chasers 18.
In 2 weeks, you will have another podcast from us, and we will be covering the character Tenchi Hinanawi. If you guys seriously want to hear about that, about the drills, about the memes behind the Stonehead herself, I don't know. Fucking Tenchi will be here in 2 weeks. It'll be just like Leroy's here. If you guys know that joke.
It's the best character in the game.
Oh man, beautiful. Such a beauty.
Hypocritical about it? What do you mean? I mean, I can't just call you lunatic and it doesn't work that way. I don't know how Tessero intends to run Suckerset, but I think he should have a next Suckerset by next Saturday. He said within the next month he'll try to have a consistent schedule for it, and so we'll just have to see from him. Have we ever thought about inviting Japanese players as guests? Yeah. Yes, but the thing is that they're not very good at English, and sometimes the communication may be a little bit off. And I don't know, we'd need a translator or something for some people. Like, if we wanted Hibimato can do it. He can speak English, but it's not very fluent. So, but if you wanted players like Sue or that Suwako player, we can get in contact with them, but we'd also need a translator.
Pretty tough.
I'll do it.
I mean, we're a Western community. That's only natural.
True.
Alright, I think we've gotten enough questions and probably about time to close out.
Yeah, even too much. It was really fun. Hey, Rusty, a bit like having here was good. Do you agree?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Nice. That was pretty good. Well, said everything. We had everything. We will see you guys next week.
Adios, amigos.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having him.
Thanks for having him.
Hi, I'm Zatan. Thanks for joining. And from Zero Fuse, we will see you later. Peace out, guys.